Hey gamers, welcome to another DSP video. We're going to continue watching DSP react to this video. Haven't finished it yet, so let's get right into it. I have other videos up on deck. I don't know if we'll get to them. You know, it is what it is. But let's get this show rolling.
If you are enjoying what you're seeing, please support it.
This
right, let's have a good stream this afternoon at least.
Oh, hey, it's gonna go on break.
See here?
Yeah, it's going on break. I don't give a fuck. Alright, let's see. When does he come back? Oh, there we go. Okay, come on.
So, thanks for being patient. Well, what camera am I looking at? Thanks for being patient. Well, I took a little break there. I'm back.
I just like we couldn't watch his clips at all, even though he's on his computer.
And I love it. I still keep it to this day. Although it is a little worse for wear. It's got chips.
Oh my god, I fucking hate how he talks about mugs. Like, I don't know. He's like, oh, this is an e-tank mug? Of course, because he's a gamer, right? It was worse during Christmas. Because he would keep talking about fucking Santa. And it's like in the most obnoxious mug. It's like, well, I do look at Santa. And he drinks it. Like, oh my god, man. Like, oh man.
Chips, it's kind of wearing out, but I love it. So I still use it every once in a while. Thanks for everyone checking out.
And then he like talks about coffee. He's like, oh, I can't wait to taste my coffee. And then he blows on it because it's too hot. He's like, I gotta enjoy it while it cools off.
And hanging out.
Okay, man.
All right. I don't know if you like it or not. I'm curious about...
I don't know if you like it or not, man. Yeah. I always love that this dude will keep just doing drama. And then he leaves... Whatever.
Your thoughts about what we're doing today. I'm going to do some shout-outs right now as we're coming back from this break.
But everyone who has disliked it, he's been calling trolls. Oh, like, I don't quite get why he's sitting there saying, like, oh my god, guys, if you don't like drama, you're trolls. But then he's like, you guys don't like drama. Again, everything he says, it's only at his own, oh, what's the word? Perspective? Whatever. Like, it's whatever he wants you to feel.
This break, and by the way, no more breaks. That was it.
Okay, that's it. No more breaks.
I'm not stream to go through this video with all of you and react to it. Your thoughts about what we're doing today. I'm going to do some shout-outs right now as we're coming back from this break. And by the way, no more breaks. That was it. I'll be here for the rest of the stream to go through this video with all of you and react to it. If you didn't notice...
Also, if you didn't notice, why didn't DSP watch the original content? Why is he watching a clip of LTG stream? I was under the assumption, the concept that we have to watch the actual content to get the full context, because, you know, his detractors unfairly clip him, right? So why doesn't he think that Red Dale, Lummox, or whatever is unfairly clipping their own detractors, right? Or their own lol cows, right? Why is DSP not watching it from Low Tier God's original content? Now, you could argue that maybe it's not easy to find LTG's VOD or whatever, but if it's hard to find it, then he should just move on with his life, right? You know, because this is like stalker, TMZ, drama, girly, feminine, gay style content. And DSP isn't feminine, he's not gay, he's definitely not a soy boy. He told us that years ago during a PUBG stream where he told us that he's not a soy boy. Okay? He's a manly man.
I am approaching this from a different angle than most drama creators. I'm not
Yeah,
attacking
his different angle is shitting on LTG as if LTG's a complete a bully or whatever, and Wings is a little innocent little baby who needs help, who needs a white knight. That's the angle.
the people in the video.
Yeah, but he did attack LTG. How I love that he's like, I'm not attacking them. But of course he's gonna say, well, I'm just describing what I see. You look at LTG's setup that you see, and I'm just saying it's bad. But when people are telling this guy, oh, your setup is stupid, he would get offended by it. Like, if you got offended by people saying that your setup is dumb, then it clearly means that you took it as an insult. But when you give it to other people, you don't see it as an insult. Okay.
I'm not using derogatory like names. I'm not swearing. There's no point in doing that.
Nobody is saying derogatory names when they shit on DSP. I mean, maybe Pig Roach is derogatory or whatever, but these are like calling someone a doo-doo head. You know, he's almost like shy of saying I didn't call him the N-word, guys. It's like, oh, wow, Phil, you didn't say the N-word. Wow, man. Now, did you not say it because it's a hate word, or are you, or would you generally just am proud you didn't say it? I don't know what I was gonna say.
I'm just trying to approach it from an insightful perspective of me being in the same situation as these.
How is it insightful? The whole beginning of this was apparently this happened, apparently, like, and then all this is just to like get brownie points. Guys, I'm giving you insight, factual, meaningful observations, and this and that. Like, dude, you're doing drama content. Everyone that does drama content, in one way or another, thinks that what they're sharing is unique commentary. Like, whatever, okay.
These guys, but knowing their lore and knowing things about them that they don't add or is missing.
What does he know that other people don't? Again, he's like, well, apparently this dude said that LTG was like booed off stage, and he wasn't. He was booed on stage. People booed him, but he did what he was sent there to do, to announce nominees of the best fighting game guy, whatever, announce the winner, left. That's what he was there to do. And he's like, he was booed off stage. That never happened. But it's probably, he's just winging it in the sense that he did go on stage, he was booed, and he did walk off stage. So it's not, it's another semantics, but the reason why you left the stage wasn't because of the booing. Like, it's really ridiculous. And he's saying, like, I am very knowledgeable. No, the fuck you aren't. He didn't even explain the shower story about LTG shitting in the shower. Why didn't he tell us about that? But he's very knowledgeable. Right.
Missing from the picture. If you're enjoying this, I'd like to know, and I like suggestions for improvement. I'd like to know other things maybe you'd like to see me react to in the future. As a rarity, this is not something that I'm planning on doing all the time or whatever.
Ass.
I can tell you this, attendance has been pretty good. There was view botting before, but outside of the view botting, the attendance was still pretty
ass,
good.
Chris
The
Chan.
engagement is outstanding. There's a ridiculous amount of people.
Yeah, he should react to Chris Chan. Like anything, find anything about Chris Chan, send it to him. Don't do the obvious, like, well, Phil, get a load of this, and you show him some fucked up shit. You gotta like work your way to that. Start small with Chris Chan. Show him about the Sonic 2 medallion stuff. Like that's a good place to start. Show him like when Chris Chan had to shove it up his ass. Show my favorite this is my favorite clip where Chris's dad is like, get this stuff off the internet and all that. Like, like there's a lot of similarities in that clip to DSP, not directly, not 1-to-1, but as I said, DSP has moments where he goes Chris Chan mode. It's really funny because like because he kind of like the way that Chris Chan talks to the internet is kind of the same way DSP talks to the internet.
people like talking, which is great. The support right now is all right. In fact, like I said, I'm going to do a couple shout outs right now. Let's see here.
Oh, you know what? No, got it. Show him the one where Christian tried to pretend that Christian was a character, and he tried to go around his area trying to be normal. Like that clip. Just show him that and see what happens. Like this is, and he's gonna be like, okay, so apparently so Christian, everyone thinks Christian's a character. So Chris went out and filmed himself like trying to look cool. And I guess that's what's going on here. And then he's that way, or I don't know. Because Christian is a very, like, obvious lol cow. Like, I don't know. Because I'm trying to think, maybe if you try to show him that, try to, like, make him think it's, like, a normal video or whatever, and see if he buys it. But I also don't think so, because Christian is Christian. Like, you... Oh, man.
Here. Might as well get him.
I feel if Christian wasn't as big of a lol cow that they are... DSP probably would have been fooled with the this I'm actually a normal guy, like that clip. DSP would definitely be fooled by that. Like, you know, I'm gonna find this clip because I'm thinking about it so much now. Yeah, this segment.
Well, the truth comes out. I've never been autistic. I work 40 hours a week to support my parents. This has all been a trick. You have been trolled.
I really feel if Christian was not as known, this would fool him. This would fool DSP. He'd be like, ah, see guys, I knew he was a character. Ah, see? That's it. That's the video. Oh man. Oh man, this is my favorite video, I think. Oh, maybe it was this one.
To you live from Quickville today. We're over at the Quickville Pavilion. The Hedgehog Boys and Master Christian Mayor, they perform here. Coming to you.
What the fuck?
Alright, we're coming to you live from Quickville today. We're over at the Quickville Pavilion. The Hedgehog Boys and Master Christian Mayor, they perform here every Friday night, and
Okay. There is just something funny watching him walk around to that song. Like, I think it'd be funny with anyone. Like, if you just film someone walking around to the beat to that song, I think it'd be kind of funny. I don't know.
We'll get him out of the way now.
But
Vasil did a
be fooled by that.
$13.13 super chat.
If he wasn't
Thank you to Vasil for that, and he said, Wings doesn't care. He eats and drinks on an open mic constantly. Yeah, and that is one of the major things that his detractors have issue with, is that he doesn't really have any humility about it. It's not like he
Wait, who?
eats and drinks on an open mic constantly. Yeah. $13.13 super chat. Thank you to Vasil for that, and he said, Wings doesn't care. He eats and drinks on an open mic constantly. Yeah, and that is one of
this thing where it's like, oh, he eats on stream. Is it really that bad? Like, is that really genuine criticism? Oh my god, guys, Wings eats food. Like, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I think, because with that logic, why hasn't Vasil, or whatever the fuck, bitch about DSP eating on camera? Like what is this? Oh my god, Wings eats on camera. Oh man, the horror.
One of the major things that his detractors have issue with is that he doesn't really have any humility about it. It's not like he eats off camera.
What's humiliating about eating? This motherfucker eats food on stream. Oh my god. Like, I just think it's funny that we're just literally shaming Wings for eating. Like, what are we doing? Oh my god, guys, he's eating food. But it's okay for Phil to eat food on camera, right?
He does it right in front of his audience constantly.
Guys,
and it's not like he has to because he's not streaming constantly.
Liquid Death
like, for example,
in front of you. I'm very sorry.
In a given day, Wings might stream twice. His first stream is maybe 2 hours long. His next stream's 4 hours long. So you streamed for 6 days. Or excuse me, I'm stupid. 6 hours. Did you really have to eat and drink full meals while on camera?
He eats a full meal on camera. And also, why does it matter? It's one meal. Like, I don't care. This is like the dumbest shit to complain about.
I needed that, right? Oh, right now, in the middle of my stream, I'm going to have a coffee. That's different than, here's the giant large soda that I just got from Wendy's, and here's...
Yeah, nobody ever drinks large soda. Like, again, we are shaming... Like, this is low-key kind of like shaming him for eating because he's fat. Like, that's how this comes off. Because... how is it any different? Oh, because the size? So if Wings was drinking a medium or a small, it would be fine. Like, dude, he likes soda, and that's what he drinks. I mean, this is like really pedantic. Whatever, okay.
And here's the full meal I got, and I'm gonna eat it while I'm playing games. I think that's what people have issue with. When Wings was on this or on my show, the level
then
one...
how come nobody clips it and says this guy he's eating and this is like I've never heard anyone complain about Wings eating. It's mostly just he wants to lose weight and he's not doing anything about it. Like that's it. It's not he's eating. Oh my god, fuck this guy. Like this is really like childish.
Level 1 podcast back in October. That's one of the things I gave him concrete advice on. I said, dude, you got to stop eating and drinking this stuff on your streams. Even regardless of if you stop it off stream.
But he phrased it during the interview as if he was giving health advice. And then he says, well, you should do it off stream. So it wasn't about him getting healthy. It's just, hey, if you're going to eat like slop, eat it off camera. Like, dude, you eat slop too. Like, come on.
You just have to stop doing the bad behaviors when you're in a public view, you know? And he didn't really take it to heart. He said he did try, but then he was right back to it. So, yeah, it's definitely one of the things that everyone criticizes him for is that he's doing these things, you know, on camera, right in front of
Why didn't they say this about Gahul, right? Gahul's fat. He's a fat ass. Why didn't DSP tell Gahul to, like, stop eating fast food, right? Gahul, can you stop eating? You should really... Why is he concerned about Gahul's health? Gahul is fat. DSP should really be concerned about Gahul. And he should be concerned with Ethan, right? Ethan does drugs or whatever. He drinks or whatever. Why doesn't DSP, like, try to help him? He should help him out.
In front of his audience blatantly.
Blatantly.
Okay? So thank you, Vassal.
Yeah, he should be ashamed of eating.
So again... If you guys are
cool
enjoying this and you're having a good time with it, please support the stream. We're going to be here for another couple of hours. We're going to react to the rest of this video. And if there's extra time, we're just going to kind of hang out.
We're going to
into it then.
Gel.
And I think what we'll do, because again...
Okay, we're
what's up, Game Boy? How you doing? Dab Hands wants me to completely stop doing it and not doing this at all.
Again, this is a longtime viewer, and DSP is mocking Dab Hands. Like, and he doesn't understand. He assured his audience, his dumb fuck audience, I don't like doing drama. And then he does drama and is like surprised that they don't like drama. And then, like, after this, he keeps saying, yeah, you guys don't like drama. Like, it's really, like, insane how little he cares about his own audience. And he tells them how much he cares for them.
All. There you go. John Dog says, isn't weight loss surgery stuff similar to your mobile game stuff? No.
No.
Because I never said on a stream, hey, everyone, I need money for a particular thing, and then raised it and didn't spend it on it. That's literally never.
Yeah, he does his stream saying that we got to pay the taxes and some of the back taxes, and then the money went somewhere else. He claimed it went to bills, but again, it doesn't matter technically because he said it was for taxes. He made a big deal. Like this is the thing. These kind of memory holes. This, if you go back to like these old segments, if you like look hard enough, like he like really drove home how important it was to pay his taxes. Like he was like terrified. He thought that like the IRS was gonna knock down the door and like take him away. Like he was acting as if he was doing actual criminal shit when like he was doing the most civilian thing where it's like you may not afford taxes. I mean, I don't think DSP is the only American that may be behind on taxes. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I'm gonna say, brave statement, I don't think DSP is the only American ever to be like, I can't afford the taxes, and then like do whatever. He was acting as if like they were gonna like arrest him, which is like very odd behavior. Like it's kind of behavior that kind of makes you think, did he do something wrong? Which is why a lot of people also like accuse him of doing bankruptcy fraud, because that bankruptcy was also sus. But there was a stream he did, I think it was during Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so I don't know if this was taxes or bankruptcy shit, but he was talking about being arrested. It was really weird. And like he said it and then the next stream he stopped saying it. It was one of those things. Like he like doubled down on it. Then like it was like someone told him, "Hey man, maybe you shouldn't say this. This is kind of bad and fucked up." He's like, "Ah, yeah, you're right." But like this dude is very weird about everything, and he acted as if he put $0 in WWE champions. And I said this before. It doesn't matter how much he put in. Any amount is a waste of money, right? Like, he could put $5, $20, $100, whatever. That's still wasting money that could have been put into anything else. Because think about it. He wasn't making money playing the game. It was like he was doing it for his streams. The money went to something that didn't go to anything. It went to a mobile game. Or to something else. But whatever.
Really never happened. Not once.
Not once.
Yes, back in the day, I was guilty of doing, let's say, to do a fundraiser stream. And for this stream, I need to raise $1,000 to pay my taxes. And guess what happened when I raised the money? I paid the taxes. That happened every time. Now, I also was irresponsible with other money, but the money that I raised went to...
So, okay, this is kind of a little sillier than what he was saying, right? He said, I was irresponsible with other money. So, that doesn't really make him look honest, right? When you just openly say, yeah, I was bad with money. Like, you're still admitting that it's kind of similar. He could argue that he didn't do like a direct crowd GoFundMe or anything like that, but he did take advantage of his audience.
Exactly what I said it would go to.
I mean, I would even kind of argue, but again, he has semantics for this too. The Project 7 shit, like, he had a Patreon goal to do even if you go with this little story of a Project 7 trailer, he took the money and gave nothing. And he'll always say, oh, well, you guys said this, but these are people who were not patrons who gave him money, and he listened to them over the people who gave him money. And then he would also say, well, these people, they just want to support me. That's why they gave me money. Which is like, again, nonsense. Because then why did they wait until you announced Project 7 to give you money then, right? And even then, why didn't he ask? Like, because Patreon does give you a refund option. Now, of course, he cannot, like, give a blanket refund because, you don't know what people are pledging to. But he could easily have a post saying, hey guys, since I didn't do this, if you want a refund, please let me know. he gave a one dude a refund, I think. But he can't give anyone else? Now, I'll be honest, I didn't have a Patreon at the time, but I don't know if this was a new thing they added. I don't think it is. I think they've given you that option a while, for like the day of its inception. But whatever.
Okay. Now, I remember June the King even said to me, well, wasn't there a time when you did a stream and you raised a certain amount and you said, well, it didn't go to everything? Well, yeah, for example, let's say I did a marathon and I said, whatever I raise on this marathon will go to taxes. But then, come to find out, Phil took $100 out of the $1,000 that he raised during the marathon and he paid another bill with it. Yeah.
But again, at the time, he made it seem like the taxes were the bigger thing. Again, he's asking for general support. This is what everyone was saying back then, because genuine fans would support him, right? But he thinks so little of his own fan base. He had to like dangle, guys, I need tax money! Pay my taxes! And then the money went to bills, which he didn't even say it did. Because at the time, when people were like even saying like, I mean, it's just whatever, right? But then how was there transactions for the Patreon stuff for WWE Champions through PayPal? And again, he shits on LTG for all these kind of things that have paperwork. However, like, there's paperwork for DSP's transactions, and he has not explained about where these PayPal transactions come from that were for Apple. When you do a microtransaction through Apple, it shows up as Apple. But whatever, okay.
Because it needed to be paid. But the point is, like, I didn't do a marathon, raise $1,000, and dump $1,000 on a mobile game immediately, and then I had no money. That never.
Nobody was saying that all the money went to WWE Champions. It was saying that money went there. Like, nobody was saying specifically. Like, the 40K at the time that people were talking about was a cumulative total. From what I am to understand, no one is saying they spent 40K all at once. It was a grand total of stuff that he was spending over time. But okay.
Never happened.
Never happened.
Not once. But that's what my detractors say. Okay? And that's why you got to take everything with a grain of salt. When they say this about Wings, and
why did you take whatever LTG said with a grain of salt? When people were talking about, like, you know, the childcare shit, why didn't DSP take that with a grain of salt? He acted as if it was honest. Like, oh, well, the trolls found all this paperwork. But why did he take it with a grain of salt? Again, only DSP has crazy psycho trolls. Everyone else has normal, well-adjusted trolls. Only Phil has the crazy ones.
And they say, he raised all this money for the surgery, but where did the money go? How do they know? How would they actually know where the money went? They can guess. They can try to see things in the environment that change. Maybe he spent it on this or that. They don't actually know. They don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Anyway.
All right. So I believe what was happening here, we're going to rewind a few seconds, is that
of course.
LTG is trying to get to the bottom. Well, Wings is talking about it, and LTG is going to try to get to the bottom of why was it? See, I'm actually dropping my mic when I have to clear my throat and stuff's going on. Why was it that he got the surgery, but then he gained all the weight back? And I think Wings is trying to explain how that came about. Okay? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Surgery, I got swatted
so
5 times.
Why did we have to rewind
I had
that?
my Twitch taken from me.
I really hate that this dude is like, I'm going to explain the clip we're watching, and then I'm going to rewind it so that we can hear the explanation again. Like, this dude, why? Why do this? Come on.
My income got cut in half.
What happened to his Twitch? And how did he lose his Twitch?
He didn't lose his Twitch. Here's what happened. In 2021, all of our trolls, like there was a bunch of trolls who kind of like were doing.
This is really stupid. Like, okay, guys, I'm going to rewind.
And how did he lose his Twitch?
Surgery, I got swatted 5 times. I had my Twitch taken from me. My income got cut in half.
What happened to his Twitch? And how did he lose his Twitch?
He didn't lose his Twitch. Here's what happened. In 2021,
But you know what all this is? It's like DSP is talking to LTG like this. Okay, LTG, he didn't lose his Twitch. Like, dude, you're talking to your audience. Whatever.
all of our trolls, like there was a bunch of trolls who kind of like were doing the same thing, decided that they wanted to get all of us deplatformed everywhere. So the trolls mass message.
But I love that. So like, I feel around this time, DSP did also include LTG in that, and then he stopped including him. It was really weird, but like, he said something along the lines of like, "Oh my god, the trolls are trying to deplatform lolcows. They're canceling lolcows."
Messaged everything that we had association with. We're talking Twitch, we're talking YouTube, we're talking Teespring, you know, the t-shirt company, we're talking any streaming service that we used for pop-ups like Stream Elements, Stream Labs, that kind of stuff. We're talking what else? I got kicked out of other things too. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was.
But again,
I can't.
again, notice how DSP keeps making shit about him, and again, he told us the only reason he did this because that's how you like relay information. You relate it to yourself, which is like so stupid. That only works if you want to like find something like that you want to express about a point or whatever. But that's not like the only way to convey information. Like I don't. And that's like another example for my videos. Like I think I did it a lot in the past. I'm doing it kind of right now, but I've been trying to like cut down on doing like examples of like some things I've said. Like I try to cut down a little bit on that because sometimes I like doing a little goof with it. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I can't 100% remember on the top of my head, but
this dude has
like
to talk
I got
about
deplatformed
himself
from a bunch of stuff. I got kicked out of the Twitch partner program, and when I asked why, they said for hate speech or hateful speech. And I said,
it was hateful slurs. It's so funny he keeps saying hate speech like it's not what they said. And he doesn't understand that hateful slurs could be like the R slur because that's a slur. It could be anything. It could be even like kind of how... You know, the many multitude of rants he had towards his audience, calling them, like, mentally ill, calling them deficient, like, whatever. They could just say that's hateful slurs. Because it's hateful to go around and just shitting on your chat all the time. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, arguably, sure, he could say, well, they don't tell me exactly what it is, so I don't repeat it. But at the same time, it's like... you shouldn't have to be told to not be an asshole. Like, you know, and people have told him in the past that he's been an asshole, and he never learns, and he never, like, tries to, like, calm himself down, because this dude has anger problems sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I don't do content with hateful speech. I literally don't use racial terms, okay? I don't say any of the forbidden words that you have listed here on the site.
He does, though. Dude, there was it like... It was some game, I don't remember anymore. Was it Phoenix? It was either Phoenix Rising or a racing game. But he said, I should have said that. Like, if that's not a banned word, why did you say that then? Like, it's so obvious that this dude doesn't really care. Like, this is what I mean. Like, if you don't want to be toxic and you don't want to say slurs or anything like that, like, and you just generally don't want to do that, like, you're gonna try not to do it. You may slip up here and there, but like, if you're really like serious, you're gonna try to not do it so often. But this dude only did it out of fear of moderation, not out of genuine like, this is bad or whatever the fuck. Like, what? It's like why he banned. Like, he told us he banned Lights for Soul because, oh, he called my audience autistic. What a bad fucking guy. Fuck him. He banned him. Then later on was like, yeah, I banned him because he charged back his tips. Not because he called his own community autistic, and he allowed him to come back and give him money. So it didn't really bother him that Lights for Soul called his own community autistic, as much as he doesn't even give a fuck about anything. every time he tries to be PC and he acts like he cares, he doesn't fucking care. He's only doing it just to keep his head down and not get called out, but he doesn't really mean it. It's so lame and fake.
I don't do politics. I don't do religious content. I don't do anything that would ever have me be considered hateful. So I have no idea what you're talking
Doing
about.
politics isn't necessarily hateful. It's really just the people who are cheering on like hateful things that are like the problem. I mean, there's a lot of like things that get around it because they may not say things directly, but I mean, it's just whatever.
Talking about, tell me what you mean. And Twitch responded and said, we don't have to tell you anything. Reapply for the program in a year if you're interested. And that was
Again, he used to brag all the time when it was Dr. Disrespect getting deplatformed or whatever the fuck. He was like, yeah, they don't have to tell you. It's part of the terms of service. And he would be so like saying as if it was like a true thing and then a thing we all have to accept. It happens to him. This is illegal and they can't do this. But you told us for like months that they could. And then it happened to you, and now it's illegal. They can't do this. What the fuck?
And that was it. So that happened to me. And then within like a month, the exact same thing happened to Wings of Redemption. He got notified by Twitch that he was losing his partner status. He could still stream on Twitch, but he was losing his partner status. And he tried to get the information, and they apparently gave him this real, like, weird legal mumble jumble about it. And never explained it.
So you gotta love, right? They give DSP clear, concise stuff like, oh, you did hateful slurs. And he's like, that's stupid. But they gave Wings legal mumbo jumbo, where they just like, guys, Wings is so smart. We gotta like confuse him. Throw him some mumbo jumbo that he wouldn't understand. Why didn't you look up what got him kicked off in the first place?
It fully. So he.
And of course, people like anyone that's getting like the boot are gonna say I'm wrongfully laid off, I'm wrongfully fired, I'm wrongfully this, I'm wrongfully that. And some of it may be true, and other parts of it are just bullshit. Because of course, when the person's actually guilty, they're not gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, man, I deserve this one. Like, not all the time.
He didn't even know what happened there, and he's like, well, forget it. So that's what happened. Same thing, and they did the same thing to him. They tried to deplatform him everywhere, and they got him kicked out of like every service that he was involved with too. It was literally a month after me. So obviously, I might have been the test case. They saw it worked with me, and they were like, ooh, the woke man.
But I swear this has happened to Wings like multiple times anyway, because I swear they were talking about him losing. No, I think it was just not necessarily that he lost his partnership status. He just kept getting banned, I think, or suspended, or whatever. But of course, it's the woke mentality. Ah, yes, that's why they gave him a chance of redemption, right? Like I love that he acts as if like Twitch completely ruined their business, but they still allow them to have a pathway to get partnership status again. I mean, you could even argue maybe like Twitch was reevaluating some of their old partner contracts and was like, okay, well, and they just kept checking in on and seeing if there's a way that they could get them out of partnership status. What if it's something like that?
Woke mentality is now rampant on the internet. Let's go do it to Wings too. So there you go. Oh, by the way, thank you to Shocks for a 1414 super chat. He says, have a good stream. Thank you, Shocks. I just noticed that because I was talking. I missed the pop-up. Thank you, Shocks. That's the biggest super chat of the day.
Thank you, Shocks.
Side, the YouTube side, or you send me a tip via PayPal. Everything is appreciated this afternoon for this experimental
money
stream.
During a drama stream.
Cool.
Oh, an experimental stream.
At one point, I didn't have anywhere to stream but Facebook. I was super stressed out. I had just purchased a new truck. So, like, I didn't know what my future held. And, like, every day somebody was threatening me with even more. And it got...
Yeah, somebody like Wings, where it's real hard for him to just put down the fork, spoon, whatever he consumes his calories with. Ozempic might be the best thing. You know, we gotta go Retta.
Oh no.
Fuck, yeah, we gotta go Retta, Ozempic. We'll do Ozempic first. You know, then we'll do Retta after.
I love that he'd be like, huh? Even though like Ozempic has been like a widely used thing for like to lose weight, like, you know, this has been a thing for a while now, and he's like DSP's acting as if like if you use Ozempic to lose weight, you're like gonna end up like a crackhead or some shit. Like, yeah, there's like downfalls with it or whatever. You know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's like it. You know, people are just gonna do what they're gonna do. Like if the worst case scenario is that you're just gonna have to like keep using it, or you're gonna like get the weight back. It's like, well, like, you know, you sometimes have to weigh in what is like right for you, right? Like, whatever.
Because you know that Ozempic is going to eat away the muscle tissue. At least with the Retta, we're able to retain some of the muscle tissue while still rapidly losing the weight.
I definitely want to take all my medical advice from LTG.
Okay, well, first off, see, I understand what he's getting at with this, because obviously, yeah, you don't want to look at medical advice from random people on the internet, which is very ironic coming from DSP for multiple reasons. One being, back when he was doing DSP versus the internet, how many fucking videos did we see of that one YouTube doctor? Which, I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily say that guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about either, but it's like, you're watching a dude make a YouTube video. Like, I'd much rather just go to the doctor's office or whatever and go that way, or do at least some more research into other stuff. Like, whatever. Now, I don't know how deep LTG is in terms of researching Ozempic and whatever the fuck he said, whatever. But you can listen to what he's saying and say, okay, well, I want to look up how to use Ozempic, whatever. Because even then, don't you have to like talk to your doctor before you can even get Ozempic? It's not like you can just wander into CVS and be like, I want Ozempic, please. Like, I think you need to get like a doctor's note or whatever, a prescription for it for that reason. Like, you can't just get it. I don't think. I think you need to get it from a doctor anyway. So it doesn't. So in a way, it doesn't matter what LTG says. Wings would still have to go to the doctor to get that anyway, and then they would have to give him the advice to how to use it or whatever. And these things, like, I would not listen to LTG's medical advice, even though, like, so many people have talked about Ozempic being a weight loss drug. Like, so many people. LTG is not the first to say this.
If anyone I was going to ask anything about weight loss...
And this is also coming from the guy that was like, okay, Wiggs, you need to drink water and drink enough water that your body will crave it. And then when you work out, you're going to lift some weights, your body's going to crave protein. As if your body's going to differentiate what the fuck is protein. Oh my god, I need protein. This is lettuce. Where's the protein? Get some steaks.
And this drugs to do it. You've got to be going straight to the doctor, right? Straight to the source. LTG,
Whatever.
Dr. Sparrow, Dr. Wilson, is in the house.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Dr.
He knows
Wilson.
his stuff. I'm sure everything that he just said is medically accurate, and that's the person who I would consult for that level.
DSP has even reacted to YouTube videos saying Ozempic can be used as a weight loss drug. DSP literally watched videos on that. And he's like, yeah, LCG is crazy. He's talking about Ozempic again. Notice how, like, with Wings, it's... Wings is a little baby. He needs help, okay, guys? He's depressed. He's being attacked by bullies. Then LTG, yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Look at this guy. Yeah, Ozempic. Yeah, as if that works. Yeah, that's a weight loss drug. Yeah, fucking right. Even though, like, there's a lot, enough to back up what LTG is saying more so than what DSP says.
That level of information. Thank you, Keeney Powers, for $5. I appreciate that very much, Keeney Powers. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna take some PEDs, proper eating, and exercise to crack through this this mental blockage that is causing him to overeat still in current day. I would have thought he would have been defeated this demon a long time ago.
To the point where it's like I went back.
That point's true. It's about him having the discipline to eat right and control himself. It's not about a quick fix drug. It's not about a surgery. It's about up here. Because
yeah, but like this kind of puts up like he keeps putting down these like these surgeries and weight loss drugs, whatever. Like I understand where it's coming from, but there is a point like when you're that big, I mean, how like the discipline and like perseverance may be a little bit more difficult. I think that's what the surgery is meant to do to help that. The Ozempic could help with that as well, because also, like, as I said before, from what I understand of it, is if you stop taking it, you're gonna just gain the weight back even faster. That may be enough motivation for him to keep the taking Ozempic or whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know much. I mean, I don't know. Maybe even like, let's say he takes Ozempic a long enough time, and then he stops using it, like with that, but he eats better. Would that offset the that, or is it like a thing you have to wean off? Again, this is stuff that you probably would have to go to a doctor in the first place to talk about before you do it. Anyway, like he can't. I don't think anyone can just waltz right in and just pick up Ozempic. Maybe in Europe, but not here.
Because he could get every drug in his body and every surgery, but unless he has it up here, it won't stick. Just like his surgery didn't stick, the Ozempic won't work. It'll just bounce right back.
I went back to
he didn't try
soda and eating and binge eating and shit like that when I got stressed out. So that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Now, the thing is, too, and this is, again, what I think his trolls criticize him on. So he's saying, I got in a bad way. I lost my Twitch. I lost my ways to monetize my content. I was all stressed out, and I overate, and I got all the weight back. But it's 2026. And he's still eating on stream. He's still drinking on stream. He's still gaining weight. He's got all his monetization back. He's still...
Oh, man, this is silly because he's kind of insinuating as if there's nothing else in his life that could be stressful. Like, DSP, you keep bringing up the fucking helicopter story, and that's like ancient history. And then he's like, oh, I have all these stresses behind the scenes. Like, you don't think, like, I mean, does Wings really have to tell us everything about his personal life for us to understand why he's so fat? And also, again, being fat, like, he's explaining why back then the surgery didn't work, whatever, or why he just binge eating. You could just assume, even through that story, that maybe they're, like, he's just eating because he's still stressed out about other things going on. But whatever.
He still has the ability to make money, so why is he still doing it? The stressful times passed. Things are better.
How do you know? Just because you're making money doesn't mean that you get no stress. Like, that makes no sense. Like, with that logic, all the, like, politicians should never be stressed. You know, you look at all these pictures of these presidents that, from when they first took office, at the end of their second term, they look stressed out as fuck and they age a lot. But they're making a lot of money being the president, so shouldn't they look very young and happy all the time? Man.
Why is he still doing it? That's where I think the criticism comes in. Because it is hypocritical to say, well, it's because of my trolls. Yeah, but now you're better off. You're not in that same position, but you still have the...
Does he not think that Wings gets trolled anymore? Like, come on.
Same behaviors, right? It's one thing if... when
and
you're
again,
at...
we are putting so much on him just eating on stream. Like, how much do you think he eats? Because even if he eats off stream, okay, he brings up eating on stream all the time about him gaining weight. Like, this is how sporadic this logic is. So let's say he lives in Phil. He eats off stream now. Is that gonna magically change the perception that this dude is a fat fuck? Of course not. None of his trolls give a fuck. Like, come on.
You're at your lowest, you do something. But it's another thing if you're out of the low point and you're still doing it. And that's the thing that I think he's getting the flack for. If still right to this day, he was down bad and everyone was taking away every possibility.
Again, how does he know he's not down bad anymore? Like, dude, wasn't there a moment where DSP was getting mad at his own chat for his chat saying, Phil, you're doing good right now. You don't need a bag. He's like, I do need a bag. I don't know. He yelled at his chat for them perceiving him as a successful streamer multiple times.
Ability of him making money and being successful, and then he's binge eating, then you'd be like, all right, I get it. But he's not in that situation anymore. So why is he still doing it?
But again, he talked to him on his dumb fuck interview, and again, if DSP like even cared a little bit, he told him straight up, I like this food I'm eating. Like, he enjoys the soda, he enjoys Dr. Pepper, he enjoys whatever. And he's saying this like, why does he? He's not stressed anymore. Yeah, these people only eat when they're stressed, right? Not because they may enjoy something, right? And he's saying there's like, oh, it's hypocritical. No, dude, this guy just enjoys eating fucking food and soda. And he's like, why does he do this? Why do you keep chocolate outside the house, supposedly? Like, I honestly don't believe that. I think he's chocolate inside the house. You're telling me these people go to the supermarket? Like, think about it. He says, well, I don't have the chocolate in the house, so I don't have the temptation. He goes to the supermarket that sells chocolate. You're telling me this dude is out walking by the candy aisle and, like, not wanting to get some chocolates? Come on. Bullshit. Because he also said that he had a bag of chocolate that he was working his way through, whatever, like, a while ago. I mean, it may have been a couple years ago, to be honest. But this dude is, like, acting as if, like, it is unreal for Wings to do stuff that he enjoys. How dare Wings just happen to enjoy eating fast food? Dumb fuck. Like, dude, come on.
And that's where people get, rag on him. Okay, to be fair, again, I'm trying to present this in the fairest way because.
But why doesn't DSP look at it as, well, is Wings hurting anyone when he's eating food? Maybe himself, but he's not hurting anyone else. You're not getting hurt by him eating a Big Mac or whatever the fuck, him drinking Dr. Pepper. Whatever.
When you watch the detractor content, it's definitely not fair. But if you watch his content, it's also not fair. You're getting two perspectives, neither of which are actually correct.
What?
Okay, it's always going to lie somewhere in the middle. So I hope that kind of makes sense of where people are coming from here with these kind of, criticisms.
It's just speculation. People speculate all the time on the internet. Like, that's, like, it's funny, DSP talking about how dramatic these videos are, but he doesn't really quite get the issue with these videos being, like, just speculative in nature. Like, you're speculating and putting out information that may or may not even be true, and may lead to more extreme, like, outcomes or whatever the fuck. Intentional or not. And, like, that's the problem, but DSP doesn't really grapple with that. He dances around it, and it's like, I don't care, I'm gonna do a drama video and do this and give my 2 cents.
And all of that? Okay, let's continue.
You take a person that has an unhealthy relationship with food, and then you stress them out, they're probably going to eat again. Rich, you getting on, buddy? I am switching to something I do like. I'm waiting on somebody to get on to play duos with me. Okay. Dude, I can't take care of a new puppy. I barely can take care of myself right now. If you're going to live online, you can't let it stress you. My intention never was to live online. My intention when I started my YouTube channel was to make, like, dope-ass videos and interact with people. And then I got laid off. Right?
What's weird about that? That's my story.
That's my story.
Like, that's exactly my
story. Yeah, dude, it's not like getting laid off is a unique story. I mean, anyone who has a job at one point or another, either been laid off, fired, whatever the fuck, whatever. And he's like, whoa, man, that's my story. He's just like me for.
My story. I had an office job for almost 5 years. YouTube was just my side gig, my side hustle. I wasn't trying to make money doing it. It was just a hobby. I didn't give a shit about making $1. I never even thought that I would turn my YouTube videos into profit.
But it's funny, he says this. Meanwhile, he factually couldn't monetize gameplay videos. Then said in, like, other ways, when you, like, look hard enough, he has openly stated that he wanted the vlogging he was doing vlogs to make money. Like, it kind of is ridiculous how he runs these two stories, like, parallel. I mean, it's true in the sense that, like, yeah, he uploaded gaming videos without, getting paid for them. But he uploaded vlogging because that's how he made money. That's what he told the Quarter Ring. Like, he said, like, yeah, I couldn't make money on gameplay, so I did the vlogging. I did DSP Tries It. And he said that even himself on his own content.
Profit. And then I got laid off from my job. There was nothing else in the sector available where I lived in Connecticut.
He didn't even
I was going to lose everything.
The day he got laid off, he did a video, and then that's how he became a YouTuber. He didn't even try to apply for another job, right? Like, it makes you really wonder, was he really laid off? Because if he was laid off, he would still be able to use his previous employment as a reference. Like, it wouldn't be a problem, right? Because he was laid off. It wasn't like that they fired him because he was an insubordinate person or a bad worker. It was just purely, we can't afford him, so we have to lay him off. So he could have applied to another job, and they would have been like, yeah, this guy's good, hire him. But if he was fired, they may not be recommending DSP in any position. They'll say, yeah, this guy sucks ass. He always arrived late. He kept complaining about how the world is out to get him. Don't employ this guy. He will not. He always found ways to game the system.
I was going to lose my house. I was going to lose my car. I couldn't afford to pay anything. So I said, maybe I can monetize my content, and then it just worked. I ended up to, I go into a partner network, Machinima. I was able to make money making videos. Like, wow, it's like a godsend. His story is like exactly like mine. If what he's saying is true, I don't know. This is actually the first time I've even heard that story, but that's exactly to a T what happened to me back in the day. I never intended to become a full-time content creator. I never aspired to do it. I didn't get into this because I said I want to become popular and famous and big. I just wanted to make some silly gameplay videos and just have a good time, have it be my hobby.
And then you got big and changed.
Then I got laid off. I never envisioned myself making a career out of this. It's just something I wanted to do because other people were doing it.
Now, that's the opposite of my mentality. I did not want to do this because other people were doing it at all.
He did.
When I started making this video...
Honestly, I don't believe that. I think he did. Think about it. Everyone was making YouTube videos, and around this time, like, go back and look at the time. Find videos around that time, and you'll notice a lot of people were, like, that's how Is iJustine even still a thing? Like, let's go to iJustine's channel. Like, is she, like, still making videos?
I'm iJustine, and my life...
Okay, okay, this person's still making videos. CES Tech. You know, dude, this is low-key kind of funny. How, I wouldn't think, iJustine would be a tech person. And, man, she really does a lot of tech videos. It's so, like, this person started out, like, what's the oldest? Let's look at the oldest. Like, these were the videos she uploaded back in the day. Snakes on a plane. Like, this was the content at the time. And okay, I'm kind of, it is kind of hard to find out which was the point where a lot of people made money. But it is just kind of interesting. This go back and seeing old videos. Old YouTube is very interesting. But a lot of people did a lot of videos that got a lot of views. They got a lot of money because this is like back when like YouTube was paying per view basically. So everyone jumped on it, and then you saw like a lot of people like kind of fall off when that started to like when they started to like kind of turn the handle on that, like kind of slow down on how much money he was giving. But that's why he did all these vlogging videos, because that's where the money was. But whatever.
Videos, I didn't watch other people's content at all. In fact, I've said this. The reason I started...
he like said that Angry Video Game Nerd and Nostalgia Critic inspired him to do videos. They inspired him.
Making my first videos is because I went on YouTube to try to get help in a game. It was Lost Odyssey, and all the videos had zero commentary, no personality. It was just like raw gameplay, and I'm like, well, this is boring as dirt. I like to have someone commentate over the gameplays to know what's going on.
But oh my god, this is so stupid. Think about it. You're looking a video up for like how to do something, like how to play a game. I don't think you're gonna be looking for commentary, and also like what he's describing and what he ended up doing because of that makes no sense. Because he's saying he wants to be like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my playthrough or walkthrough of Lost Odyssey. As you can see, this character is under level, so we're gonna go to this area, we're gonna grind them up, and we're gonna make them this level. We're gonna want this specific skill for this boss fight. This is what we're gonna do. That's what he's looking for. You're gonna watch DSP's content, and it's not that at all. So it's not. So it doesn't really add up. Because if he wanted to fill that void of having commentary on how to play a game, then why is his commentary not that at all?
Because it's hard to understand.
Oh my god, who the fuck's calling? Oh shit, hold up. Okay, I had to answer that. It was important. So let's get back to the content. We all love the content, right?
Understand if you're in like an epic boss fight, what's going on? Why are you using this strategy? How does it work? If no one's commentating on it. So I said, I'm going to commentate on my videos, which is something no one's really doing. And that blew up.
Wrong. Again, shouts out to Christian. Christian was the first. So DSP owes Christian a lot. Think about it.
He is saying he did it just because he saw other people do it and he wanted to follow suit. So that's completely different.
But that's not really the different though. Think about that. Oh my god. Think about that as well. Because he watched a video that didn't have something and then wanted to make a video. But whatever, okay. But he has literally said in the past, I was inspired by the angry video game nerd. I saw his videos and saw that you could make videos with low budget, and it was cool. Because clearly he really appreciates the videos.
So are his streams just him just putting himself down for hours while he's online?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes he gets on and someone will start talking to him like that, and he'll just do that for like the whole stream.
Yeah, like
and he'll be down. I think it's because it's part of his depression. If he gets hit by that wave of depression and he can't get out of it and he's stuck like that the whole stream and he just can't stop talking about it, and I get that. Like, I'm not gonna hate on him or hurt or like.
See, look at this. This is what I mean. I don't quite get this like statement that people are saying that DSP was being mean to Wings in this video, because so far he has been very like understanding and defending Wings in any which way. But DSP has made similar rants and said that like doesn't care. Like, whatever. Okay.
Like, dump on him for that. Obviously, that's not what his viewers want. Like, what viewer would want to turn into your stream where it's a depression stream where all you do is talk negatively about yourself and your path, right? No one wants to have.
But this is kind of silly because he literally Wings is responding to his chat in these segments, which is why he says these things. Like, didn't someone ask Wings something like in that clip? Why didn't he like? Something about the surgery or whatever, they explained why it didn't work or whatever. Like, he wasn't necessarily like, oh man, I wish the surgery took, guys. You know, this and that. He was just straight up explaining why it didn't work out or whatever.
To have that happen. That's not entertaining content for your viewership. But that's just what happens when you have depression. If you get hit by that funk, it's like, now you can't even shake it. Now you need something to happen to change it, or else you're stuck like that for like, you know, it could be days sometimes. So I get why that happens, but at the same time,
this is a weird way to talk about depression, and I kind of don't think he knows what it is.
Obviously, that's not good content, right? Like, why? If that's the case, he gets hit by depression. Maybe just turn the stream off. Be like, sorry guys, I'll come back later or something. You know what I mean?
I should have followed like money. That. Well, guys,
you gotta support his family.
Fucking. Tried to meal prep today. Chicken fell on the fucking floor. Cat started eating it. Let them have the chicken.
Are we getting insight again into LTG? I think he's doing it again. So
see what I mean? It's like the whole time he's spending this stream just kind of tearing down LTG, which, like, dude, LTG is a lolcow in his own right. Like, why do you hate on LTG for, like, you know, what, like, you know, at this point, you should watch other LTG detractor videos and try to, like, form an opinion. Then say, like, he's kind of talking to LTG as if he's a successful guy. It's really jarring. It's like, yeah, so I think LGG's really fucked up inside. He's a very fucked up individual. See, he's kind of projecting, but he's picking like such innocuous things to project on. Because LTG is like trying to explain or like showcase an example, like if he was doing what Wings was doing, how fun would that be, guys, right? Like, yeah, like that's what he's doing basically. And he's like, is he actually like giving you some insight? Okay.
So I think what he's doing is he's oh, I'm gonna put myself into the, like, what would this be if I was depressed?
DSP does this all the time. I love that he's psychoanalyzing LTG. Meanwhile, DSP has done this way more. He has projected himself so much, and it doesn't work in this case because it's LTG just doing an example, explaining about what he listened to with Wings. DSP has projected himself while talking about Nintendo, Google, other streamers, whatever the fuck. And not other streamers in the sense of like what LTG's doing, but just simply like, this guy thinks he doesn't care about you or whatever the fuck, and that's how he talks. Like, if you listen to his Nintendo rants, replace Nintendo with DSP, and you'll get the exact same thing. What the other day he was talking about some Bethesda. This dude, the way he was talking about Bethesda is exactly how DSP talks and handles his own content. It is insane. He's like, well, you guys, you see, I guess, or Rockstar as well. You guys gave Rockstar so much money that they don't want to do this other stuff. But you're giving them a lot of money. Since this is not giving a lot of money, why would they do it? DSP has literally written off streams, said he doesn't want to try other streams simply because he wasn't making a lot of money. His viewers gave him so much money to do like RimWorld, we are still getting RimWorld streams. So the vast majority that doesn't like RimWorld has to like go through DSP playing RimWorld because people have given him money for it. He will not play Metaphor because a game that people want to see him play, right? But since nobody gave him money, he'll never play it. Like, this is the projection DSP does all the time. And he's so dented to not realize it. Because the person who's projecting never realizes it, right?
And he's describing his day as if he were depressed, but already he's revealing things about his life. Like he has those meal prep kits. Do you know what those are? So basically, if you are not able to cook for yourself, you have no cooking talent whatsoever, you can subscribe to one of these insane.
I love that we're putting people down who uses these services. Like, it's kind of, I mean, I've said this before as well, when people are putting DSP down for hiring plumbers or whatever. I'm just saying, like, not everyone wants to like do this. Like, nobody wants to like fucking do shit with their plumbing. They don't want to fuck with that shit half the time. Like, yeah, you could argue it's a lot of money to get someone else to do it, but some people may be willing to do that because they just don't want to do it. Simply, it's like, I don't want to fucking like do stuff with the toilet, then like risk having like shit or whatever the fuck flood back or whatever. Like, that's just how it is for people. People are very busy, so they may use these meal prep services just because of that. Secondly, they may do it because they may not know how to cook, and they may not be interested in going through the effort of learning, whatever. Because you're buying food knowing that you may fuck it up, and it may be wasted food. Right? Correct? Like, there's all these reasons why some people may not be willing to do it. Again, why hasn't DSP tried to learn more extravagant dishes, right? It's so funny to me. You go back to when Leanna left him, and this dude was ordering out all the time and making hot dogs and shit. Then when Kat moved in, he was like, he used to try to brag about how they shared cooking. Man, you may be able to do a lore stream on it if you think about it. There were so many times where he's like, yeah, guys, it's my turn to cook. That's the agreement. I'm gonna go cook. And all he would cook was like stir fry, hot dogs, turkey burgers, all the stuff a baby could make. And then when people are like, what, Phil, are you gonna cook something that's like a little bit interesting? I don't know how to cook, okay? Cat cooks. Why don't you learn how to cook, Phil? Not everyone can just fly a bitch in and be their caretaker, right?
Insanely overpriced meal prep kits, and what they'll do is they will mail you individual
But again,
meals.
he's putting this down because I don't even know if LTG even uses this, because I think LTG just name drops a meal prep just for the sake of it. But I don't know if he uses it or not. I don't give a fuck. These services exist for a fucking reason, dude. Scott the Waz, I think, even like has a sponsored by it. Am I gonna be fucking guys? Scott the Waz fucking brings this up all the time in his videos because he's a fucking dumbass. No, I don't give a fuck. People use these services for their own fucking reasons. But he puts it down specifically because LTG uses it. See, this is what, again, just notice how often he shits on Wings in this stream versus how many times he shit on LTG. You'll notice it way more, that he puts LTG down way more often. It's so weird. And he's like, I'm a reasonable guy, I'm a centrist, guys. And he's like, yeah, LTG's so fucking idiot. Oh, he has meal preps. Yeah, these are for people who are dumb and they don't know how to do anything for themselves. They're fucking worthless babies. Meanwhile, DSP doesn't know how to fucking cook other than fucking hot dogs.
Portioned out, and all you have to do is open the kit, combine the ingredients. Usually it's something easy to do, like a quick stir fry or a quick bake. No real cooking skill required. And then you have a meal that's healthy and you know, what you would want for your lifestyle. But it's insanely expensive. Like, they way overcharge you because they did all the prep for you because you basically are inept and can't figure it out for yourself.
Again, he's shitting on that. Listen to the words he uses. Oh, you're inept. You don't know what you're doing, or whatever the fuck. These are all things he has called LTG, by the way. He called him inept and has no talent. Literally shit. Like, isn't it funny that he has never called a white guy talentless? I think he even called like Spike Lee sucks in one of the NBA games. I know he made a joke about Drake has no talent, but Drake is Drake. We all know what he did. Fuck that guy, right? But I've never seen him call a white dude talentless. At least from what I remember. I don't remember him ever calling a white guy talentless. But this dude is so specific. But even then, I mean, this dude is saying basically this, calling people inept for using meal preps. Yeah, what if they just don't know how to cook like you, Philip? Like, again, DSP doesn't know how to cook. He doesn't know how to cook, and he's shitting on other people who don't know how to cook. Okay. Guys, I think Phil's doing it again. I think he's projecting onto LTG that he's also inept. All the fuck he knows how to cook is fucking turkey burgers, and fucking hot dogs, and stir fry. Like, this is like me bragging about being a master chef when all I cook is scrambled eggs. Guys, I make scrambled eggs. I'm an amazing cook. Wait, give me some eggs, give me a pan. You got yourself a meal, dude. Get ready. Breakfast, scrambled eggs. Lunch, scrambled eggs. Dinner, you guessed it, scrambled eggs.
Admitting that he's an idiot, that he's willing to way overpay to get daily meals
Again, DSP told us he can't cook himself. He for years even. The Portland Cooking with the King was a series making fun of the fact that he can't cook. He will not film himself cook because he doesn't know how to cook. He had a flying cat to cook for him. Again, DSP has no right to dog on people who use meal prep services. Let alone, even if LTG doesn't use it or not, to really don't, like, again, it just shows, if this was anyone, let's say Wings, like, yeah, man, I use meal prep. You're like, oh, man, yeah, I understand it, dude. He's like depressed, so he can't cook. He's a helpless baby. He probably gets like trauma when he goes to a kitchen, so he needs some meal preps. He needs that, you know? Some people just don't want to go through the stress of cooking. But LTG's like, yeah, man, I use meal. See, this guy, he's an idiot, inept idiot who gets scammed. What a fucking dumb fuck. Like, why? Again, he's shitting on people who use these services. Why? And again, I guarantee if like more people shat on him for like having a plumber or whatever show up, he would tell them, of course I would do that. I don't know the fuck I'm doing. I don't know how to do pipes. I don't know how to install a fan. How would I know? And then people are like, well, Phil, why don't you use YouTube? Why don't you Google it? Yeah, I want to Google it all the time, fucking idiot. Like, it's ridiculous. These services exist for a reason. I mean, you don't have to use them, but they exist for a reason.
Pre-made for him that he can just...
By the way, DSP tried using the Amazon grocery store thing, like, years ago. So, like... Guys, DSP can't even go to the supermarket. He used the Amazon delivery that one time.
Squirt a sauce on and toss in the microwave, or toss in a wok and stir fry, or just toss in his oven. He can't go to the supermarket and buy groceries.
Again, look how much he's like doubling down, like shitting on LTG. Now, I just want to highlight as well on top of this. It's really it's kind of funny. The only thing that LTG said that was mean to Wings is saying that, oh, is Wings fat to get sympathy? But it's like, again, just a statement that just comes and goes. The rest of it is just like, yeah, man, like, he just needs to do this, man. Like, does he do this to present stuff? Like, that kind of sucks. Like, you know, would people want to do this? Like, that's like me if I did this, whatever. Like, this is stuff that DSP has done in the past, and DSP is, like, attacking LTG for doing the same thing he does. But this is, like, really petty and really nasty. Like, it really just is it's so weird to be this angry to someone who's basically saying the same shit he would say if he was the only one reacting to this. It really is like he's getting mad that LTG is stepping on his turf, which is Wings. Like, this is just DSP being oddly possessive of Wings. You think you can help Wings, LTG? No, he's my project. Get the fuck away from him. Find your own projects.
Because that's too hard. He has to subscribe to a meal service to do it.
How does he know he subscribes?
No, literally no one gets... They're all scams, for the record. That's why you see so many YouTubers... Again,
I think LTG even said he doesn't use meal prep services. And DSP doubled up because he doesn't know. And the thing is, he sits there and is like, I don't watch these detractor videos. But look how much he's flying off the handle over, like, circumstantial shit that he barely understands. And this is stuff... Again, he gets mad about when people do it to him. Like this is why, like, nobody should be charitable for DSP half the time. Like, the only time I'll ever be charitable is if an assumption can be super duper toxic. Well, like, that's the only time. I'll pull back when it's like that. But I'm not gonna pull back if it's something that's, like, equivalent of, like, what he does.
Content creators advertising them, and there's, like, 1,000 of these. Because people are ignorant and stupid, and they buy into the subscription for like 2 months. They pay insane.
DSP, why don't you fucking cook for yourself, right? Like, again, this dude, when people are like, Phil, can you cook? I'm not gonna film myself cooking. I don't know how to cook, okay? I don't know how. But then when these other people are like, yeah, I don't know how to cook. I'm just gonna do these meal prep services. Fuck it. This dude is like mocking them for doing that. Yeah, they should just fly in someone else and just keep them. This is why I just generally think that DSP just, like, doesn't give a fuck. As long as Cats is willing to stay there to cook for him, he doesn't give a fuck. I kind of feel that Leanna left because, like, DSP being DSP, and after that, he's like, damn, I can't be pushy. Okay, I'm just be a fucking doormat. Like, look at what happened after, like, he was being pushy with Machinima. Machinima dropped his ass. Then he went with Curse, and he was like, yeah, Curse, I love you. I love you, Curse. Yeah, man, cut my pay, Curse, I love you. Like, he was, like, super duper not willing to rock the boat. Like, that's why he rolls over now. In certain cases. But this is bullshit. Like, again, there's no need to shit on people for using a service like this. Just because you think it's a scam or that it's a lot of money, I mean, there's a reason why people are willing to eat it. Like, the same reason why it may be cheaper to install a fan yourself when you decided to hire someone else to do it. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but you're willing to do it, right? Come on.
Insane amount of money, and they're like, oh shit, this is way too expensive, then they cancel it. But it's a scam. He literally subscribes to it. Like, that's his lifestyle. That's what he does. He can't cook a meal for himself. Holy crap. Anyway.
Then fucking go to the gym. Somebody grabs the last 100-pound dumbbells, can't do my chest press.
And for the record, this is a guy who claims he's insanely affluent. He says, I make so much money in bank. I make more money than anyone. I got 3,000 paid subs. He goes to the gym every day. Why?
Why? I really love that DSP just shits on any form of convenience. Like, this is really like, and this dude uses fucking AI. Anyone that uses any realistic convenience that makes sense, because I don't think anyone either has the room or the willingness to install a gym. And also, like, I don't know where LTG lives, and I don't give a fuck. But if he lives in an apartment, I don't think it's worthwhile. Because from what I'm to understand, he moved up multiple times. You think it's gonna be worthwhile to have a gym when he's constantly moving? But anyways, and that's even beside the point. Not a lot of people want to maintain a gym on their own. You realize that, like, gym equipment can break, and then it's like, oh, I have to, like, fucking fix this. Meanwhile, if you just subscribe to a gym, they do all of that. Like, and it's a social thing on top of that, but it's a thing that people like doing because it also gets them out of the house. But this is like, why does he do it at home? Maybe he doesn't want to do it at home. And this dude keeps insinuating that, like, going to the gym is, like, for poor people. And this dude is mocking LTG for acting affluent and all this other shit. What is DSP doing right now? Like, I just want to highlight that. Think about it. He's mocking LTG for acting affluent and this and that. But DSP has mocked people for going to the gym because it's for poor people. And people call him out later on in the stream and he, like, walks it back. But it's bullshit. You know what he means because he said this too many times for it to be a misspeak.
If you have a big house, which he claims, he just moved into a giant house, I'm sure one of the rooms is perfect for a workout.
Dude, DSP claims he lives in a giant house. That when people are like, wow, Phil, you live in a house. Like, I live in a townhouse, condominium. And then we were like, oh yeah, you live in an apartment. No, I live in a house. Like, he plays semantics just as much as anyone else. But he hangs up on anyone else that does it. I love that he has the freedom to do whatever, but other people, they have to be super duper direct. Like LTG can have sub count, but he has to specify the subs. But DSP can have king's tax and not explain what it is. What's a king's tax? Is he a king? Are we paying a king?
Workout room. Why don't you get a home gym? Why don't you do it at home? That way you never have to drive to the gym to do that shit.
Maybe
and
let's
then you can actually have all the equipment that you want. You never have to worry that someone's using the equipment. You have to wait for them. It's all dirty and shit. But why do you have to go to the gym?
LTG literally called that out too. It's like, dude, just clean the equipment. Like, yeah. But again, DSP lists everything as a big Herculean task. Like, that's how DSP is. Which says a lot about him if you think about it. But he's like, yeah, when I have to wake up in the morning, I have to get up. I have to like turn my head to where the alarm is. I have to reach out. I have to hit a button. Then I gotta push the blankets off of me. Then I gotta like put my foot. I have to like get up, put my one foot into a slipper, put the other foot in the slipper, pull myself out of bed. Then I gotta walk to the bathroom. Then I gotta grab my toothbrush. Like, yeah, of course it's gonna sound insane. But it's like, yeah, you go to the gym, you wipe it. I mean, that's what everyone does when they go to the gym. Unless, like, you want to, like, fucking, I don't know.
You know, you could think about it for a few different reasons. Number one, he's lying. He doesn't actually have a big house where he could have a home gym. He's just full of crap.
Of course. See, again, we are barreling through whatever LTG says at any semantic level, any like nonsense point. Because like, what did LTG even say that triggered this? He was reacting to what Wings said, and he's harping more on LTG saying like, yeah, man, like, I don't think people want to listen to people like cry on stream or whatever the fuck. And DSP is harping more on his financial situation. And he's wondering why people think all DSP cares about the money. He's talking more about LTG's money than anything else. Or how LTG carries himself. You think LTG is the only person who over-exaggerates his situation? Fuck no. He's not the first and he's not the last.
Number two, he's not affluent. He doesn't have money to buy a home gym. He's a liar there too. It could also be he's so full of himself that one of the few times a day where he gets that ego.
Dude, like there's a fucking gym that's specifically for like rich people or like people who have a lot more money. Like I think the gym is like Equinox. That's like a gym that is like for the wealthiest people. And he's like, yeah, only wealthy people have like home gyms, which is very fucking funny coming from a dude who keeps saying he has a home gym. So when he's like, guys, we gotta hit the goal, just say, dude, you're rich, shut up. Like I love he's flexing on this dude, but then when people are like, Phil, I think you have too much money, calm down. He's like, I'm a little guy, I'm a little baby streamer. Like, fuck off. Like, he wants to be part of the 1%, but he also wants to be part of the 99%. Like that's the thing. That's why this dude, if he ever joins a protest, don't trust this guy. He's gonna sell you out immediately. The second, like a guy's like, Phil, if you get everyone back to work, I'll give you $1 million. He'd do that without even thinking. He'd do that immediately. No, not even. He wouldn't even pretend to be conflicted. He'll just do it. He'd be like, okay, that's a good idea. I gotta do it for my family.
When he goes to the gym and he sees that he's buff and he looks around at everyone else around him who's trying to work out and
wait, what the fuck?
It could also be he's so full of himself that one of the few times a day where he gets that ego trip is when he goes to the gym and he sees that he's buff and he looks around at everyone else around him who's trying to work out and get healthy and he's buff. Oh, I feel good now.
Dude, that's how DSP talks about himself just as much. He's like, yeah, I'm buff, yeah, guns, Like, dude, this dude, like, does a few workouts, and he acted as if he's a bodybuilder. Like, dude, and everyone keeps indulging in this delusion of, like, oh, Phil, show us your guns. I can't show you my guns. It's cold out. Wait till the summer, then I'm gonna show you my guns.
Now, I want to be around the people and act like the top dog.
This is the guy that has a slide when it's summertime where he photoshopped his head on Daniel Craig's body. That's who's complaining about LTG right now. Who has all these stupid fucking images of that are not clearly him. Like the profile picture he has on Twitter. Like, that's not how he looks. He has a big ass nose in real life that's bulbousy like Mario's. He has a fucked up hairline. His goatee is bullshit. And he has and all those pictures are him like muscular, even when he wasn't working out. Like, come on.
In the top shit.
And you know what? Let's even dig a little deeper. Let's show him even more about this. He mocked Don Clancy for having images of himself from when he was younger on his Twitter profile page or whatever the fuck. Go to DSP's emotes. All of the emotes, or at least the majority of them, are all emotes that were like 10 years old at least. At least. None of them are modern Phil. And when they are, they're all AI'd. But okay.
Shit. So I go to the gym every day, right? I mean, who knows? But it doesn't add up. Again, his stuff doesn't, what he says versus how he behaves, it's not aligned. You know what I'm saying? There's a discrepancy there. If you were affluent, if you had a giant house, you'd probably have a really awesome home gym that you could use at all times. Like, why would you go to the physical gym and have to pay the weekly or the monthly membership, deal with waiting in line, dirty machines, but people.
Dude, it's if you go to the right gym at the right time, or any gym for that matter, especially one that's big enough, there's no lines. Like, I've never seen a line at a fucking machine in the gym in my life, and I've been to like big and small gyms. I have not seen a single line. The only line I ever see is at the front desk. That is it. I've never seen people like, God, I need to go on the bench press, but I have to wait behind 5 other people. This dude is so out of touch. Like this is the kind of shit that people who are like who act as if they're in touch says that you're like, oh my God, this guy's out of touch. Like this is like when there was a tweet that like Trump posted or something that said like, yeah, you go to the gas station, show your ID to get gas. Like that never happens. Like that's enough for people to say like, yeah, this guy never like got gas on his own in his life in years. Like who knows when the last time Trump had to do that. But it's like that's literally it. I mean, it's no secret, honestly, that Trump doesn't drive himself, dude. But you know what I'm saying? This dude is sitting there like, yeah, they're filling in lines. You think it's dirty, but this dude always exaggerates. It drives me up the wall sometimes. Like he talks about going to a supermarket. Yeah, I go to the supermarket. I wait in line, guys. Thank God for social distancing because when I go there, babies are puking everywhere. Babies are spitting on me. It's like that makes no fucking sense. That's insane. Are everyone in Washington out to get him? Like, guys, that fucking Philip Burnell guy is at our supermarket. Fucking everyone, throw your fucking trash at him. If you have babies, have the babies drool all over him. Throw their diapers at him. Like, what the fuck are you explaining? And then he's like, yeah, I go to the movie theater, and then there are people like that bring their kids yelling, and this is like, what movie theater are you going to? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so annoying. And like, yeah, when you go to the gym, there's all this other blood. None of that's there. Whatever.
People bothering you, all the nonsense. Why would you do that?
Yeah, people bothering you. Like, dude, I said this on Twitter, and and even when I get bothered, it's not even a big deal. It's like I only get annoyed only in the sense that like I'm wearing these. Now, if you see someone wearing these, is your first guess, I need to talk to that guy. Like, no, I just want to like work out, listen to my music and shit. But if someone talks to me, I do take them up and like talk to them. I'm not like, fucking shut up. Like, it's just mostly like the timing that may get annoying, and that's it. I move on with my day. It's not a big deal. It's just only annoying in the sense of like, I just want to like listen to music and work out. That's it. That's it. But I'm not like, oh my God, that fucking gym sucks. I need a home gym right now. Like, I don't mind talking to people that are in the gym. I mean, I talked to a few people that are all guilty gearheads. Guys, you're telling me like everyone I've seen is like, oh yeah, Guilty Gear is pretty sick. Even though I don't think they play as deeply as I do, because it's like I was like, oh man, do you like play it all? Like, I try to see if there's any locals around, and I got nothing. Crickets. Bullshit. But whatever. It's more than me being the only one here.
Do that. The reason people go to the gym is because they can't afford a home gym, and to them, it's an easier way to get it into their routine. I got to drive there or whatever. This guy, I just don't believe anything.
But again, he's saying that only poor people go to the gym. Yeah, poor people always love paying subscription services, right? But again, like, he's just kind of like acting this way. He's shitting on LTG for acting affluent. But what does it say about him when he's like, yeah, people who can't afford a home gym go to the gym? So this guy's like, so you're able to afford a home gym, so you're not like poor, right? You're doing pretty good. So why do we need to like push for support so hard? Why can't you play Metaphor? Why he acts as if he plays Metaphor, he's gonna have to sell the house sometimes. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Why does he just play it? Fuck it.
I think this guy says about anything here. It's just nonsensical.
That sucked. Had to get an oil change. That took 3 fucking hours. So before you know it,
he had to get an oil change and it took 3 hours. Oh no.
Oh my God. First off, again, this is just LTG doing an example. It's insane. He's like listening to this example and taking it word for word. It's so insane and annoying. Like, if anyone listening to DSP do his crazy examples and say that, dude, this is what DSP must go through, like, that'd be insane. This dude is like, oh, he does this for oil. Like, he's explaining, it's an example. Whatever.
Oh no. Are you telling me that LTG has one of those plans with the dealership? Oh no. This just gets worse. So let me get this straight.
Again, this is him like kind of using what was used against him onto other people, because people like gave him shit for having a lease with BMW and all this other stuff, but it was such a it was such a brain dead thing he was describing. Like, it was really like a drone. Now, I do think a lot of leasing contracts, they tell you, like, look, you have to come to the dealer. You can't go anywhere else. Like, they want you to go to the dealer. That's why they that's part of the contract. That you sign, I assume. And this dude is sitting there, like, he didn't even explain that. He was like explaining as if it was like a smart thing to do or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, man, I go to the dealership, whatever. But again, if nobody wants to go through the effort of doing this stuff, who gives a fuck? Like, oh my god, people take their car to the dealership to get serviced. Like, to a point, it's just, who cares? Like, if you think that's a scam, good for you, don't do it. But if you don't care, and it's like, look, I just take it there because it's easy, I don't care, I'll eat it. That's their choice. This dude is so, like, judgmental because other people have been judgmental to him. It's so funny because he would think he'd at least be sympathetic to anyone in this situation. Oh my god, not the automaton. Oh my god. Okay, he's still alive, guys. So it's all good. But you would think this dude would be sympathetic to, like, people on the internet in general about shit like this, right?
Let me get this straight, okay? So he has a meal plan. He can't make meals for himself, so someone does it for him, and he pays them exorbitant amounts of money to do it. And the meals, by the way, aren't very good either. So he scammed there. He goes.
I lose this. Like, meals aren't even any good. Did he have any? Did DSP try a meal plan? I wonder if these mystical cat meals just happened to be a meal plan. What if it was? That's good. That's a Theo theory. He was having meal plans for a while.
He goes to the gym every day. He can't afford a home gym. And then he gets his oil changed through the dealership. So he has to wait 3 hours to get his oil change. He could literally drive to Jiffy Lube down the street.
I don't know this lore, but DSP said this, and LTG got, I really liked LTG's reaction to this. He was like, I knew this guy was gonna say fucking Jiffy Lube, and that was it. I'm done. I don't need to react to it anymore. And that to me was like, holy shit. The fact that, like, LTG just had that reaction, I was like, damn. I just got sometimes, like, as I said in the past, there are just things you do have to kind of give, like, it's way easier to have moments of, like, you can give LTG credit for a lot of things. There's not been a single moment in DSP's career, in my mind, where I have said, DSP has a point, holy shit, that's so cool, or whatever the fuck. Like, I may say I see his point or whatever on certain things, but not to the degree where I give LTG props for inventing, like, hilarious banning scenarios. I love that, like, story that LTG, like, crafted up on the fly, where he's like, I'm gonna get the pack. We're gonna be doing this, or we're gonna be doing that. Like, I can't remember it. It's such a mystical thing. I fucking loved it. It's like, that's so funny. And then shit like this, and DSP, all he does is, you're gay. Yeah, I'm not gay. That's DSP. That's all he has. That's all he has in the oven. Meanwhile, LG has, like, crazy scenarios that are, like, fucking hilarious. Man, I wonder if I can like find it. Bands chatter. I don't know. I don't know if I can find it. Holy shit! I don't think I'll be able to find it. There's so much. I don't know if I have it in like a favorites or what, but it's so funny. LGG story. Damn. I can't even remember what it was. Why is this? What the fuck? I got.
There was a funny clip. What you want me to reorchestrating my mind, like, and everything like that. The mental games I had to, I had to beat mental games to get my mental here. This and that. I said, you remember me in 2018? That was my last fucked up year. After that, I've never been the same. I felt like I was going insane at a point in time, like in 2018, and my set of my mind going like this. You want me to show you? I'm gonna show you guys a funny clip that shows you how weirdly manipulative and how. And I've been knowing. He said when he called her.
Okay,
wait.
I'm like losing the sauce on this one. I wish I could just find it on command. I wish I could just like pull it up. I could manifest it. Hold on. I'm gonna check my let's go to full Greek mode. Did I like the video? I don't even remember. No. Do I have favorites? Maybe it's there. If there is even a favorites. I have so many playlists, dude. It's bullshit. Damn, I really need to save this video. I need to find it, do some researching, and then I'll have it at the ready all the time. I can't find this video. It's so weird, but you know what the video I'm talking about though. Like it's the one where he's like a wolf or whatever. Like he's like I'm gonna do this, then we're gonna laugh at you or whatever the fuck. It's such a good LTG moment.
And your oil will be changed.
But again, like LG is a lolcow in its own right, and all this other shit. LG, like the thing is, LG has much more unique differences and issues that is actually like more in line with just an actual more interesting character flaw. Like I think like LG is more of an interesting character flaw. Like he would be a character in a show where like it's supposed to be like deconstructing people like that. Meanwhile, DSP is just a has-been who thinks he still has it. That's DSP, and that's like the most pathetic thing you can be. Same with Wings, but LTG is like a dude that's just delusional and like egotistical and all this other stuff that's like more like fascinating to like watch. Meanwhile, DSP, it's like, yeah, this guy gets angry sometimes. He's cringe. He's like a little child sometimes. It's weird.
Will be changed in 20 minutes. No lie. But he goes to the dealership. Let's keep going. He's very smart, this man.
Gym was too crowded.
But again, he's mocking him going to the dealer, which again we don't even know where the fuck LG takes his car. Just mind you. But even then, he's mocking him for that because people mocked him for that. DSP can't even change his own oil. And he's like, yeah, right, okay, I can't, well, LTG can't either. It's like, okay, dude, why not?
Didn't want to go at 3, had to start on my stream at 6. Then after that, come online, dealing with the same weirdos.
No, Loki, I think the only reason why DSP says, oh, you see, he's doing it again, is because the fucking Red Dale or whatever, like, zoomed in. I think DSP took that as, like, Red Dale highlighting that this is how like LTG is or whatever the fuck, because he's a fucking dumbass.
24/7. Now I got to deal with that. So it's like,
and it's funny because someone in chat just said, "But this is all hypothetical." No, you see, that's the thing with LTG. What he says actually is his light. You think he's making it up. No, he's actually describing things he does during the day.
But again, like, notice, oh my god, this is what he got mad at Duty for. Duty had that video where it's like, GSP says that CEO Bobby Kotick or whatever the fuck should be launched out and like destroyed and killed or whatever the fuck. Like, and he's like, I was telling an example, a wacky story, and Duty says I think that this should happen? What an idiot! But then when LTG does it, he doesn't give him the same leeway at all. So he can watch the equivalent of Duty with anyone, and DSP will be like, this guy is fair and balanced. But if someone says, Duty has some good points, he'll be like, dude, Duty is crazy. Duty is, why listen to Duty? But this dude will like listen to the Duty equivalents of the world.
Day, and if he were depressed, how he would tackle each thing, and how he could see, this is how my day would be if I was depressed like Wings. This is his actual schedule. He's not just pulling this out of his butt, but the thing is, he doesn't realize he's exposing to the internet his lifestyle. He thinks, oh, you know, I'll just make up the hypotheticals, but now we know everything you do all day. Like, why did you just say that?
He talked about this in the past before. Like, this isn't necessarily new information. Like, this is the guy that mentioned Cat's restraining order, unprovoked, mind you, to a guy that has openly talked about going to the gym. Right. And who cares how he eats and where he takes his car? Like, dude, LTG bragged about so many things. Like, come on.
The mental is fucked up there. So, imagine, exactly. Imagine you just come on stream with that energy 24/7. Like, these, see, the thing about Wings, these guys are not going to fucking feel sorry for you. On top of that, there's two chances that Wings had, I'm going to say, right? First, it was the gastric bypass or lap band surgery or whatever he had. Then it was the boxing match. When he did the boxing match, I remember he went live for the first time because I had seen it, and people were just...
Why is he not shaking his head? Yeah, we did a boxing match. Because this dude is so triggered. He's so triggered because he really believes that the boxing match Keem did with Boogie and Wings is like some exploitative, illegal bum fight, like something like that, and it's not. Like, first off, as far as I'm to understand, because I don't really give a fuck, it was like he still wasn't a proper chance to make this boxing match happen. They both wanted to do it. Like, it's a boxing match, and who cares? Like, it's not like Keem coerced them and blackmailed them or anything. These people wanted to do it. They could have turned it down anyway. He's really acting as if that Keem found two homeless people and was like, "Hey, homeless people, do you want a house? If you do this, if you drink my piss, you can have a house. Would you do that?" It's like that's how he's acting, and it's like that's not what's going on. They're like, "Hey man, you want to do a boxing match? Whatever that's it."
Dumping super chats in his streams. They were just dumping super chats in there. And it's just like, I would have just catapulted off that. That would have been the turning point that I would have needed to take to...
How though? Here's the thing, and again, this is probably what LTG doesn't...
How? Dude, Wings went on to do a boxing match, and LTG is kind of going off of the thing, you do something like that once, that may give you the motivation or the drive to maintain it, because that's why this is why people always say try new things, push yourselves, challenge yourself in other ways. There's so many stories. Again, this is another thing of a self-report here, that DSP has no creative bone in his body. A lot of people in the creative industry willingly take on challenges with certain stories or adaptations because they want to see, hey, can I do this justice? Can I do this? Recently, the new voice actor for Mario said he's very nervous to take the place of Charles Matinee, whatever the fuck, I can't remember his name, but he was like, it's gonna be very hard because he's Mario, he solidified himself as that, and he's acknowledging the challenge, and that's what engages you to do more with it. Like, oh, I want to do this thing that I've never done before. Like, oh, I've never done ceramics. I've never done sculpting. I've never done oil paints. I want to try to see if I could do it. And then they do it, and it's like, damn, I want to keep doing it. And they keep pushing themselves. Like, I've drawn for 365 days. I did a whole video on this, and that got me into a better mindset when it came to like drawing a little bit more. And like that's what LGG's kind of approaching this with. You do something like that that's challenging and it gets you into a different like mindset. It may help you in the long run. And he's like, how is he gonna do that?
Doesn't understand is that Wings does not surround himself with a support structure to be successful in his efforts. Okay, he doesn't have people around him that are coaching him on to be.
But you would think, like, okay, when he was doing that boxing match, that was in front of a lot of people. Like, you would think that rush would keep him motivated. Like, yeah, he needs a support structure, but like he's also, but he keeps talking about a support structure like this dude is going to Alcoholics Anonymous all the time or whatever the fuck, like, or he needs like a caregiver or whatever. But like, it's not that simple. Like, he's using support structure, but what does that entail? Like, you need someone to like keep him on track and tell him, no, don't do this. Like, that's more like a life coach at that point. But whatever, okay.
To be healthy. So he gets the surgery, but then immediately goes right back to the lifestyle where he's eating the food and no one stops him or does anything about it. He works out. He's going to do this fight.
And the thing is, well, I will say this about the boxing match too. Like, there were a lot of people. Like, I mean, I even said it too. Like, I was like, yeah, I mean, of course, Wings was going to beat the shit out of Boogie. I mean, Wings at least, like, worked out and he looks like he was in a better shape than Boogie. Like, Wings got a lot of that, like, going from at the time. Like, that's not enough for him to get motivated to like keep down the weight and keep working hard. Like, but this is like all personal problems and shit, sure, but whatever, okay.
Fight with Boogie, which by the way, he was not in shape for the fight with Boogie. He was on drugs. He admitted it again on my stream, the interview. He admitted that for the fight with Boogie, he was cutting. He was taking drugs and cutting weight by drugs. Okay, it wasn't a healthy weight loss or anything like that. Okay, he has the fight with Boogie.
Yeah, but were these drugs performing drugs, or were these just drugs just to lose the weight? But again, that's still like, better than nothing, I guess. I don't, like, again, he's acting as if he knows exactly what's good for Wings and what Wings needs. How does DSP know what Wings needs? Like, this is why, like, a lot of times, a lot of people will just get annoyed or they tune off certain videos when it comes to, like, when people get too analytical when it comes to DSP or whatever, is just simply, how do you know what's going on with them? Like, who knows? You don't know what they need. Come on.
With Boogie, and immediately gets right back to the old lifestyle again. Well, what happened? I thought that you were getting healthy. Well, where was the support structure to allow him to be successful? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the group of people around him, whether it's the family unit, the friends, doctors, whatever it is, to say, you have to do this.
Do you think that, like, I love that this dude, okay, like, thinking about, he has all these healthcare rants, all these issues with the healthcare system. Oh, I have to wait so long to do this and that. Do you think it's like, in Wings' like window to do any of that if it's so hard to get to see a doctor? Like, I mean, maybe he could go to an urgent care facility, but at the same time, like, if you're not in an urgent thing to like do that, like, I mean, it's, again, the issue with the Wings is that he has no discipline, and he keeps like insinuating that it's other people's responsibility. Again, as I said before, he can only go on to a certain point where people just will move on. Like, you can't just take people's support for advantage like that. At some point, you're just gonna say, I can't help this guy. I tried enough. But DSP is. But you know what? Wings gained DSP. DSP will always try to help him. But also keep in mind, DSP only wants to help Wings to make himself look good. Not out of genuine concern. This dude is so fake.
And sometimes it's tough love. Sometimes it's you just don't let the person. Like, for example, just don't let them have the bad food in the house. No more. No more having the fast food. No more having the...
How can you stop that? Think about it. Wings is a full-grown adult who can drive a car, right? And it's so easy to order food. Like, come on.
Bad food. No soda is in this house, period. Now you can't drink it, so you can't go back.
This is literally childish. This is what you do for children. Okay, Timmy, no more soda. No more soda in this house. Until you get an A in science. I know.
Just don't let them have the bad food in the house. No more. No more having the fast food. No more having the bad food. No soda is in this house, period. Now you can't drink it, so you can't go back that way. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, oh, well, Wings got all this money thrown his way. So
why doesn't DSP help Asmongold? You know, does DSP know that Asmongold chases water with Dr. Pepper? Sir Asmon, you need to stop doing that. It's fucked up.
So what?
So what?
Success is fleeting. Yeah, people like the fact that Wings was going out of his comfort
I love he says success is fleeting, but his success is never fleeting. It's always eternal.
zone to do something completely different, right? He had never done like a physical thing like that before. In fact, there have been other attempts in the past, like him going on this camping trip.
But this is also not, you know, honestly, this is also not helping Wings, if you think about it, because like LTG is actively criticizing him, and all he's been doing is making excuses for him. Oh, well, it's fleeting. Oh, well, he needs a support structure. Phil. Dude. What if he has, and he's not listening to them? You know, Painkiller already podcast, to a degree, was the support structure that he took for granted. And then that was that. At some point, like, and he talks about tough love. Dude, tough love is when you're just like, hey, if you're not gonna do this, enjoy. I'm disappointed in you, and you move on. But DSP is like constantly giving him like these little lifelines of excuses. Look, dude, success is fleeting. Wow, what a take.
Trip with the guys from Painkiller already and stuff like that he had all backed out of. So the boxing match with Boogie was like the first significant time where he was stepping up and saying, I'm actually going to do something physical, right? People supported it. They were like, wow, this is a change. They showered him with money. And then immediately after the fight, he dropped it all and went right back to the old ways. So why would that continue? And I guess what he's saying is, well, he should have kept it going. But he doesn't have a plan. He doesn't have the plan to be successful. Weight loss and health.
Yeah, just have a plan, guys. Yeah, just do that. Like, dude, he shits on LTG for, oh, yeah, I'm gonna listen to LTG who's a doctor, right? Meanwhile, this dude is like, you need a plan? You need a 5-step plan? Like, it's like as if he runs a fucking support group. You know what, DSP? I think you should quit streaming and go in that business. Why not just become the first streamer to turn to a life coach?
Health is not a one-step success story. It is a big, arduous journey where you need
journey. Oh my god, this is like Lifetime TV show buzzwords. First off, LTG did give up a plan, right? He was like, oh, you should do Ozempic, then do this because of the muscle stuff, then like work out, get a regimen going. Like, that's a plan. But all he's saying is that he was just saying that, oh yeah, you would think that after the boxing match he like, you know, step up or whatever the fuck. And he's like, oh, what's that? He needs a journey. He needs to go on an adventure.
You need to do the initial work, and then you need to follow through, and you need to have the support structure in place to make sure you do not fall back on your old ways. Wings does not have that. So he
had that, and then he didn't. Because people realized he was gonna relapse anyway. Like, that's what happens. There's all these stories, like, people who you may know or whatever, that they may never relapse, and they may be very, you know, strong in their, you know, in what they did and all this other stuff. But there's also the sad story where some people just won't change. Like, they can go through a lot of things and they just can't help it. That just happens. And Wings is probably one of these people who just can't, who's beyond saving. And at some point, you're just gonna have to cut your losses and say it is what it is. Like, what can you do? Like, he had people who try to coach him IRL, people online trying to support him, people after the boxing match try to support him, and he still falls back on this. And the relapse, I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you can like think about, but it just seems down. Bottom line, he just likes soda. He likes Dr. Pepper. He likes having a fucking burger or whatever the fuck he eats. I don't know. But that's the stuff he enjoys. And it's like, some people just cannot get away from their vices sometimes. It's a shame, but he may need more extreme help, but what can you do realistically? Nothing. Move on.
So he can't be successful in his weight loss journey. He can't. Like, there's literally nothing else.
And also, like, and I like that he's acting as if, like, since he's not struggling with, like, getting money or anything, that suddenly, like, notice that he has not even talked about depression, right? What if his depression just creeps back, right? You realize depression doesn't just go away. It keeps coming back. He was on SSRIs, and these are very, like, tough medications. People who take them, like taking them, but they also have a hard time continuing because there's all these other issues that come from that. There's a whole complex situation with these things that he doesn't understand, and he's like sitting there like acting as if depression is gone. Why is he depressed? He's making money now, as if that's like all there is to be depressed. Right.
That will help him, but that he could try anything. Go Ozempic.
I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm doing this video, and I may sound annoying when I go on these little rants and tirades, but at the same time, like when you're pairing it with DSP, it's like, well, at least Theo is not this fucking annoying, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm some master smart guy, okay, dude?
Try, multiple surgeries.
Dude is
and
like
it ain't gonna work.
ridiculous.
So I don't understand why he doesn't get that. I don't understand. He was showered with money. So what? The money, it's not about the money. This guy is addicted to food, and he needs someone to help him stop being addicted. Tough love. That's what he needs, and he doesn't get it from anyone. So he just goes back to his old ways, and he ain't going to get better.
He needs tough love. Lock him up. Lock him in a...
So I don't get why he doesn't understand that. And again, maybe he's just never been in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of the things that he says...
See, again, he keeps going back to saying LTG is the one that's out of touch. Like, again, I can't really sit here and really believe that DSP was shitting on Wings. I mean, maybe in a toxic positivity kind of way and giving him all these examples, like, excuses. But this dude is, like, has been doing nothing but shitting on LTG. Not at all being fair and balanced in this dumb fuck video.
Is because... he's just ignorant to the situation, but then why speak about it, right? Like if you, I just don't get it. Well, then don't comment.
Yeah, DSP never does that. Where he acts ignorant and says, I just don't get it, dude. Like he has said this about so many things, and he doesn't. And he lacks empathy too. He lacks understanding where other people are coming from. It's ridiculous. This like. Oh man, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Comment on it. If you don't get it, if you don't have that, if you don't have empathy for another human, where you want to put yourself in their shoes, and you have the
okay, I am gonna go there. Fuck it. When he was doing the politics channel, the politics show, he was talking about like how people were talking about the mass deportations that Trump was promising, all this stuff, and he was saying like they were talking to kids, where the kids were like saying, oh, like where they were like getting afraid that they were going to be deported and all this other stuff. And he was like, well, you should have come here illegally. You shouldn't have done this. Like, dude, why do you see from their perspective? Where was the empathy there? Like, he thinks that all of these people that are coming here illegally are only doing it out of like, oh, I don't want to wait. I don't want to do the legal process. I just want to cut the line. What if these people just want to, they can't wait? What if they just want to be working citizens in this country, and they want a better life. And it's like, well, I can't go through the legal process because it's way too long and arduous. I can't, like, it's not, not really functional. But they're working like at a restaurant. They're working to mow lawns or whatever. Like, they're doing all these other like jobs that not a lot of people do. Anyway, they work at farms, whatever. But he had no empathy for those stories. He just sat there and was like, well, you shouldn't come here. You shouldn't have done this. It's like, it's a much more complex situation, especially when a lot of the people who voted for Trump thought that the only people they were gonna deport were criminals, like people who had who committed crimes and all this other stuff, not just people who were like just doing innocent work. Like that's like half the people who voted for him, or at least a percentage, whatever. But this dude had no empathy or even understanding of that's what's going on. And it was like, well, it's like, come on. And you're telling other people, oh, you should have empathy. Like, look who's talking, dumb fuck.
The cognitive ability, which he always says is
this is legit why I just don't want him to ever do politics, because it is just insane how ignorant and like out of touch and lacking of empathy he has. It's like insane.
If you don't have the cognitive ability to actually understand someone else's perspective, then don't speak on it, because you just sound stupid. You sound like you're a Neanderthal. Like, that's right. I just don't get it. He was showered in money. Why isn't he skinny? That's
not even what he said. He said he did the boxing match. And like, why didn't he keep working out? He never mentioned the money. He never did. He was talking about the boxing match because it's an active thing to do.
That's not the cause effect. You don't get showered in money, and next thing you know, you shed 400 pounds. Like, what are you talking about? What a dunce level thing to say. But this guy actually thinks he's smart, and he's like giving his wisdom to the internet when he streams. He's not. He's just talking out of his butthole every fucking day. And he's spewing this toxic stuff to an audience that apparently believe him. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just an audience that they entertain what he's saying, and and then they go make their detractor videos.
Yeah, like DSP.
I don't know.
Like
right?
DSP's fucking viewers, right?
Let's see here. So someone tipped me $1.50, says people go to public gyms, not because they're poor. I didn't say that. Rather because they feel more accountable around public, like they're socializing, and gyms have more specialized equipment that won't fit in any home. More true if you push serious way. Now, that, for some extent, I can understand. If you are going to be a bodybuilder.
Oh my god, of course, you have to be a bodybuilder. Oh my god, DSP, I see fucking senior citizens at the gym. Are they bodybuilders? Oh my god.
A serious competitive athlete. You need a gym. I'll agree with you there. If you're on an actual sports team, if you're working to become a buff guy that you're going to go to shows and work out and compete, you should go to the gym. That, I'm never going to disagree with that. Does that guy look like that to you? No, this is a guy who just does it for fun. He doesn't even need.
Dude, he looks more of a bodybuilder than Phil. Come
to do it. He's just doing it because he wants to brag. This is his ego thing that I'm buff. Okay, good for you. Who cares?
Okay. How many times has he like, look, I'm skinny. Look, guys, look at me, and he would stand up and put it and put his stomach on screen like this or whatever the fuck he did that so many times, guys. Like, but guys, it can't be ego because his chat asks him to, right?
What does that have to do with anything? You're a content creator on the internet. No one cares that you're buff. You could be skinny, you could be fat, you could be tall, you could be.
How many people have? I love him saying this. When first off, how many times who talked more about their guns, DSP or LTG? DSP. And then he says it doesn't matter if you're fat. Who's talking more about Wings' weight? DSP and the detractors of Wings, because of course they are. Come on.
It could be ugly. You could have the camera off. Is your content good? No one cares about how you look. We care about your content. And that's the point I'm making, is he presents himself as this affluent, egotistical, Adonis, holier than thou, better than you kind of guy. But his action.
You can hate that all you want, but you could easily just say that this okay. I'm gonna pose a question. Do you think LTG is playing a character when he goes on these rants like, "Oh yeah, my peanut butter complexion. Oh yeah, all these dudes they just keep thinking of me or whatever." Like, do you think that's LTG being real, or do you think that is him playing a character? Because what's funny to me is that I could see more of there being a debate of LTG being a character than DSP being a character. Just straight up, because DSP is so dumb. He can't be a character. Like, he just lacks that energy, that talent. I mean, again, you watch the King Snakes stream he did last year. That tells you enough. You see what he did this year, and that also is enough for you to say this guy cannot be a character. You look at LTG, he comes up with like random shit. Oh yeah, we're gonna like take you out in the woods. I don't fucking remember. Man, that makes me sad. If I was streaming this, someone would link it. But LTG comes up with all this other nonsense. DSP can't even be bothered. So I'm more willing to believe LGG plays a character when he says like that kind of shit. Because also, like, a lot of people that have problems with LTG has really nothing to do with that. It's mostly just how he like talks to, like, how he handles his personal life, and just saying like some of his illusions are like silly. Like, the fucking move, like, oh, I'm gonna be famous, but that's just it. But you don't. But honestly, you also don't really know how much of it is real and how much of it is like bullshit. Because that's what kind of LTG kind of gives me the impression he's just that guy that says, I'm gonna do this and that, and it's not true.
Actions don't match what he says, right? It's not about what you say; it's about what you do. And all the things that you say don't get backed up by reality, and that's why people have issue with LTG. So I get what you're saying. But LTG didn't enter the weightlifting competition, and he's not on a sports team. He's just a dude who works out. He doesn't need to go to the gym every day. And like I said, maybe it is a thing where he likes to go to the public and stand next to other buff guys and compare himself. Maybe that's what it is.
I love that he keeps having this homoerotic energy about going to the gym. It's so weird. Like, everyone goes to the gym and they all fucking jerk it to each other. Like, what are we doing here?
No, but it's certainly got to be some kind of an ego thing, or else you would have a home gym. There's no reason to not have a home gym if you're as big of a guy, as rich of a guy, as popular of a guy as LTG presents himself. Okay?
Yeah, DSP is rich. That's why he has a home
nonsense.
gym, guys. So people should not give him a lot of money. He should, like, I just want to highlight that DSP has said in the past that people who are rich from streaming, like Ninja, all this stuff, nobody should give them any more money because they make billions, right, Doob? So DSP should not make a lot of money because he's rich now. He has a home gym.
Let's continue.
Really just morph into a brand new guy. Yeah, he had mad support, and it's just like, you didn't do anything with it?
What is he talking about?
Oh my god.
Money.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude, this is like, I'm losing it now. DSP has talked a lot about, Wings doesn't have support. He doesn't have support. He doesn't have support. Clearly talking about like getting people to help Wings out or whatever. LTG says literally the same thing. And he's like, money? Again, it just shows you that all DSP thinks about is money. Because he has also talked about support financially. This dude is, because he's such a weasel. He's such a snake, weaselly guy with words. Like, come on. And then listen to the fucking, listen after he drinks a little dumb fuck coffee.
Just morph into a brand new guy. Yeah, he had mad support, and it's just like, you didn't do anything with it?
What is...
Dude, you could take any of his fucking sound effects and put it in hentai and nobody would know it's him.
What's he talking about? It's money. The money, if anything, especially if you have an addiction, right? The money is going to lead you further down the road of the addiction if you haven't solved it already.
Not necessarily. Actually, it may be worse. Think about it. Because if you're addicted to something and you don't have the money, that means you'll do anything possible to get money to feed the addiction. Like, you may get to the point where you'll suck a dick I was gonna say cocaine, but whatever. Cocaine or booze or food or whatever. Booze, food, right? Right? And actually, you could even say DSP is that. Because look what he's doing. He's doing drama, which he has said that people who do drama, they don't want to work. This is free work for them.
So Wings, he loses all this weight. He does the fight. He just made a bunch of money. Time to blow it on stuff that I want or more food, right?
I love how disingenuous and bullshit this is. Because, again, Wings was on his fucking show and told him to his face, yeah, I did all this stuff, I got all this money and I saved it. He put it in savings or whatever the fuck. And he's like, yeah, he blew them all the money. Dude, he told you he didn't. This is like what is insane. Why nobody should do any interview with him. He didn't listen to anything Wing said and only paid attention to things he wanted to listen to. Because if he really genuinely cared, he would have known that he said that Dark Souls is his depression game in the sense that he plays it to keep his mind off of the depression. Like, that's why he played it. He didn't say he plays it because he's depressed or whatever the fuck. Like, it was really, the way he characterized that was really dumb. Then he sits there and says, he blew the money. But he didn't blow the money. So clearly, giving Wings money doesn't necessarily mean it feeds the addiction. Isn't it funny that he's insinuating if you give Wings money, it goes to his addiction. But giving Phil money during the heyday of the taxes, no way did that go into the mobile games. Guys, I think Phil's doing it again. He is telling us something about how he handles money, right?
Right? No one stopped his eating habits. So why does he think that the money is going to solve the problem? That I just don't understand.
Shit's wild.
But then I got laid off, and I was on unemployment for like 2 years. So I'm like, I just kept making stuff for my channel. And right at the end of my unemployment, I had just gotten like a machinima contract. And like, I was like, I don't know. I was less than a month away from making real money, but I thought I was 3 to 4 months away from making real money.
I thought he says, I was 3 to 5 months out until retirement or whatever the fuck. Like that meme. But whatever.
So like I sold like my boat to give me self-capital because I'd already ran through most of my savings, and because like unemployment ain't shit. It's like $300 a week or some shit like that. $392, I think. So I'd ran through most of my savings and my unemployment. So I sold my boat to give me $10,000 to keep pushing. And when that happened, that's when my channel got partnered. And we started making the machinima money. And that was good money for like 2.5 years. And then like it started to fall off, and then there was like 2 bad years of machinima money. And then I got depressed.
What's confusing to me about that is I also was partnered with Machinima. Again, it's so weird that our stories parallel the way they do.
Oh my god.
And I really wish that this guy would have come back on my show so we could have these conversations together. It seems like the only way I'll ever have this discussion now is in public with you guys on a stream, because this guy literally will not come on my stream. He just won't even like respond. He just can't be bothered.
He shouldn't. He really shouldn't, because he doesn't give a fuck what Wing says. Everything that Wing said to him to his face, he does fucking, and then moved on. He only wanted to talk he wanted just to talk at Wings and act like a fucking nice guy. That's all he did that for. Yeah, Wings, I think you shouldn't be eating food, and you should eat right food. Now, when we stop talking on this, I want you to do me a solid and not don't drink any sodas and all this shit. And like, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about fucking Wings. He only cares about pretending to care. That's what he cares about.
Okay, so with Machinima, the first 2 years were absolutely insane. They were overpaying everyone, way tons of money, right? Then after that, they basically reduced the amount of money that you were making, but it was still good.
I
it
like how
wasn't bad money. It was just a reduced amount
to this,
because it scaled with the advertisement revenue on YouTube, where originally they were just way overpaying. They had no idea what they were doing. And then there was like one final year where they readjusted again and the money was awful. This was the adpocalypse. Okay. So I would say like 2011, 2012 were amazing. 2013, 2014, 2015 were good. 2016 it went down a little. 2017 it tanked. So if that's what he's describing, okay, but it's definitely not the right time period. It was like a 7-year time period. He's saying it's like 3 or 4 or 5.
This isn't. Oh my god, dude. He really didn't listen to that. Wings was talking about unemployment he was getting after he was laid off or whatever the fuck. And he said, oh, you got like 300 whatever. Then he explained selling his boat for capital. And then he got into machinima. That's the time frame he's talking about. He didn't talk about after machinima. This was before machinima. What? Did you listen to the fucking clip? Come on.
That's not right. But yeah, so he's saying the money went down and I got depressed. The money went down in 2017 with the adpocalypse. Everyone's money went down on YouTube.
Okay, I gotta hear this thing. I gotta hear this again. I'm sorry.
Off, and then there was like 2 bad. We started making the machinima money, and that was good money for like 2.5 years. And then like it started to fall off, and then there was like 2 bad years of machinima.
Yeah, it started to fall off. Then there were 2 bad years.
Money, and then I got depressed.
Yeah, he wasn't being specific. Like he's not literally like whatever. He just summarized.
What's confusing to me about that on my stream, overpaying.
Okay,
we're good.
Of course, gotta brag about
4 or 5. That's not right. Just tanked, like halved overnight. They lost Starbucks more, so he's like, "Damn, I got to find another way to monetize." Depressed. The money went down in 2017 with the adpocalypse. Everyone's money went down on YouTube. It just tanked, like halved overnight.
But it's funny because he was going through contract negotiations for a while with Machinima, like because he brought up when he moved, they renegotiated his contract again and said this was bullshit or whatever because he said he told Machinima, I'm moving, so if anything's gonna happen, tell me now. And then like they didn't because I mean they're not fortune tellers. And then after he moved, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna actually have to like change your contract. And then he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, but I guess that doesn't count anymore.
Overnight. They lost Starbucks, they lost Walmart, they lost like their...
He's also not really also thinking about his situation as well, because he may have been living over his means too, but whatever.
The 3 biggest advertisers, and overnight the entire ad budget was completely taken away, and you couldn't make money on advertisements anymore. So he's like, damn, I got to find another way to monetize my content to make ends meet. So, I get that. He's saying he was depressed. I reapplied myself, changed my content up, and became a full-time interactive live streamer in 2017.
Wow.
So let's see what he says happened.
Cool.
And at that...
Yeah, imagine just telling your audience depression, overeating.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, look, it's still not going to solve it. If you're depressed today, as soon as you get off stream, you're going to be depressed. So what are we going to do? Like I always say, depression solves nothing. You know what I mean?
During that...
Yeah, but what's he talking about? Of course depression solves nothing. Do you think Wings... Oh, my God. LTG is like something else, dude. Man. First off, I agree with LTG. Wings infamously overshares. He tells too much.
What LTG was saying, it's like obvious. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, but he's talking about like saying... talking about depression on stream is not going to solve anything. That's what he was saying.
To his audience. Every little aspect of his life, he's sharing with his audience. I learned the hard way you don't do that. You have to keep to yourself. You have to have a separation between your private life and your public persona. There's a work-life balance. You have to have that. He doesn't have that. Literally, every single moment. He is talking to his audience. He is telling them about everything going on in his life. I don't know why he does that. That is an awful thing to do, and he should definitely learn from that.
Didn't we also tell him that he intentionally lies about his personal life too? Like he was like, yeah, I knew there were, because he talked about something about like he knew that his trolls were crypto bros, so he lied about like investing in crypto or some shit, and then like the trolls like said something about that, or some shit like that. He was talking about something like that. I didn't care because it's like I don't give a fuck about crypto, but it's like it sounds like he just kind of just says whatever the fuck and he doesn't give a fuck. Like I because the thing is, you can like share some of his personal life that he wants to share. The issue isn't necessarily that, oh my god, guys, Wings told us what he ate for dinner. Oh my god, Wings said that he did this. Like the issue is when you stream too much, or like whatever, or you just stream stuff that's not meant to be streamed. Like, you know, these people are like streaming their wedding or streaming the funeral or whatever, like that kind of stuff. But it's very different than, yeah, man, like I went to see this movie. Yeah, man, I think like what's going on in the world is bullshit. I don't know, like whatever. It all depends, obviously.
From that, like, don't do that. It's just going to come back to bite you. You should have separation. You should definitely be careful about what you share with the public.
But that's not.
Okay?
But that's not even what it is. Like LTG was literally saying, if you're depressed on stream, you end stream and you're gonna be depressed anyway. Like, because depression isn't like, oh shit, he's streaming, let's fucking go, right? Like, come on, dog.
Now,
what is he gonna?
what LTG just said next is crazy. He goes, depression solves nothing. Who said depression solves anything? Who do you think went out there and got depression as a solution?
Ooh, wow. DSP took it super literally, like degrees I never thought possible. He was just talking about Wings talking about his depression, not depression itself. And he's like, yeah, what's that gonna solve? It's gonna solve nothing. Just because, like, he's basically literally saying, what is the point of going to stream and be like, yeah, guys, I'm depressed. Yeah, man. Because he has a point. Who the fuck, like, if you're gonna go on stream, like, why do you think people make fun of these all cows? DSP and Wings do this shit all the time. They go on stream, hey guys, like, I had a bad day. My back is killing me. Jasper woke me up. Like, people are gonna fucking make fun of that. Like, because it's like super duper victim baby mode. Like, there's points where people will like tolerate it and be like, okay, like he just wants to vent, whatever. But it's only so much people will take before they're just like, okay, dude, fuck off, fucking deal with it. You know, or whatever, because it's also not worth sitting there like because people can be doomed about like gamer news or politics all they want. They can say, "Oh yeah, man, this sucks," but if you're just gonna just sit there and doom like till the cows come home, nobody's gonna tune in. Like this is why like there are just some accounts I just straight up block because I just don't want to run the risk of like just going on Twitter or wherever the fuck and be like, oh yeah, guys, this shit just happened. It's like, oh my god, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like I just want to like look at fucking art. That's it. Like that's like sometimes I may want to look into that shit, but there are times where it's like, okay, enough for today. I don't need to like be over dramatic, and that affects conversations too. Sometimes I have to like kind of like force myself to stop when I'm just like being overly negative when I'm talking to someone, because it's like, yeah, nobody wants to fucking sit through that, because what can you really do, right? Like, come on, dog. And that's what's going on here. And DSP sitting there is like, we didn't get depression to solve his problems. That's not what he even said, dumb fuck.
To something. Depression is an illness.
No, it's a disorder, dude. Man. Someone, I love that depression stream, dude. Someone said, Phil, it's a disorder. It's a disorder! It's a disorder!
Mental illness. And once you get it, you can't shake it, and it can creep up on you at the worst possible.
I love he says it's a mental illness. He has literally weaponized mental illness against his detractors, and it's like, he kind of like shits on them for being depressed. Because he says, yeah, my detractors, they have no family, they have no one who loves them, they're fucking mentally ill losers. But Phil, we're depressed, come on.
Possible moment for no good reason. It can't be explained. It can't be cured. It just is.
Oh my god, this dude wanted this rant. See, this is what I mean. All this shit's all performative. It's all to make him look understanding. Oh my god, guys, Phil's so understanding of depression. No, the fuck he isn't. First off, that's not even what LTG said. When did he say depression? Did he say that depression is the solution? He said even before that imagine going on your stream and talking about depression. Like, at some point, that's not the solution. Saying that it's not the solution to talk about it. Like, especially to an audience that is gonna shit on you. That's what he's talking about. And DSP's like, dude, depression is a mental illness. This is what I learned on Google.
Some people have it. Wings does. And so for you to hold that against him is kind of messed up. There are definitely reasons.
He's not holding it against him. Like, LTG does, like, he just said to not talk about it on stream to people who are gonna make fun of you. Which is kind of an understandable thing. Because it's low-key unfair to a degree. But this dude is, like, talking to an audience with his face about it. And to an audience that's not gonna, like, give a fuck. Like, it's one thing that someone may go to a Reddit thread or whatever that's specifically about a specific thing, and they may be vulnerable and open up there. And it's one thing for then someone else look at this fucking guy. Oh, this guy's a loser. It's like, hey man, this dude is like going to a group on Reddit that's about this thing to talk about it. Like this is just a random user. Like, that's one thing. But this is like, dude, you're streaming with a face cam and being super vulnerable while knowing you're a lolcow. Like, I mean, it's just not conducive. And you could say it's unfair. Sure, but he should be finding other ways to deal with this. Like, whatever. But DSP is just listening to LTG. What LTG said and is really being uncharitable with what he's saying. Which is Tamo, what DSP just said, where you need a work-life balance. That's literally what LTG was basically saying.
To not like Wings of Redemption. The fact that he has depression and he can't get rid of it is not one of them. His actions that he actively chooses as a result of things like his depression, that you can hold against him. But not the fact that he just has it. Why can't he just...
oh man, that's so funny, because he wrote off the State of Decay 2 tweet as his depression. And all this stuff. And he says that about himself all the time. Guys, don't be angry at me, because I may be mad at you because I'm depressed. Or, I'm really in a bad mood today, guys. All this stuff. He tells us this so we can't hold it against him. But we can hold Wings' actions against him even though he's depressed. Unless it's Phil. Huh?
Just shake it. It just shows how ignorant LTG is as a person, as a content creator.
He really wanted to say that. It's so obvious that he kind of has, maybe not a script or whatever, but he has definitely, talking points he wants to say. And he'll, manufacture the situation so it makes sense. Because that anyone with 2 ears and and 2 brain cells knows what the fuck LTG was talking about. Only DSP can misconstrue what he's saying to make it fit his own dumb fuck narrative.
Creator to say shit like that in public, you have absolutely no conscious knowledge of what depression is, how you handle it, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
How does DSP handle it? Just play a video game. Wait, and don't worry, life will get better. Just wait. What kind of advice is that? Just wait. Right. Yeah, just wait. Good life's coming.
It's just weird stuff to say on a public stream in front of his audience of supposed thousands. Dude, you have no knowledge of anything you're talking about. Why are you fucking speaking? You're hurting yourself and you're hurting your audience by saying this dumb shit.
2 hours.
Yeah, depression solves nothing. No shit.
No shit.
You think he actively said, well, depression will get me more money. Let me talk about it on stream today. No, he just has a problem with oversharing and getting stuck in a depression rut, and then he can't get out of it, and he doesn't turn the stream off.
But some people
I don't think he's doing it
whatever.
for pity bucks.
How do you
I
know
just
that?
think he legit, it hits him. He's like, shit, now I'm stuck. And he doesn't know what to do. He panics, so he just keeps blabbing, which is what he shouldn't do.
Okay.
During that major depression.
Yeah, he's panicking. Look at him panic.
PK
He's
kicked me out.
panicking.
That was like late 2013.
It's
early
just
2000.
he's talking. This isn't him panicking. It's so funny that he's like, yeah, Wings is panicking. That's why he's oversharing. It's just he's talking. Like someone asked him a question and he responded to that. Whatever.
2014. And at this point,
It has nothing to do with panicking.
I got kicked out from. I got kicked out from Machinima in January 2013, and then PK kicked me off like March 2014, and like.
No, LTG coughed. LTG coughed, and Red Dale highlighted it just like Breaking Banquet was highlighting Wings coughs.
Whoa!
That's actually pretty funny there.
Yeah, man. Oh, you can't even.
So I just sat there.
I love that LTG's reaction was, damn, he can't even cough on stream. That's fucked up. Whoa. DSP reacts to that. Wow, that's so funny, man.
Like that year, I think I made $9,000 that entire year. I just.
How the fuck you make 9 bands for the whole year? How do you even live? Is his house paid off?
I've had to fight with my mom.
We're gonna talk to that in a second. About that in a second.
Talk to that
but
in
that
a
is
second.
confusing because Wings will definitely say stuff like that. He'll be like, I only made like $9,000 in a year. Right now I'm only making $30,000 in a year. It's like, dude, then how are you living? Like, what are you talking about? How could you possibly survive if you're only making $9,000 in a year? Did he save every single dollar that he ever made? And it just sat in a bank account, and so he could just sit there and not make money for a whole year and just drain his bank account? It's confusing because I don't really
Is it me or him?
believe that at all. I do feel like sometimes Wings tends to massively
I really don't know
over-exaggerate
if
the
it's-
situation
I want
and
to
say that
it's
things
raw.
are worse than they really are, and maybe that is for sympathy from his audience. I don't believe that he made $9,000
say
in
it's
an
on
entire
raw
year
side.
ever in his life. Even if he was a high school kid working a fast food job, you probably make more than $9,000 a year. You know, you work 2 days a week, you're probably making more than that. So that
Okay.
I find very hard to believe.
Maybe he
Okay,
was getting
but now we're gonna
loans.
get into
He was getting business loans.
the Wings homeowning saga. All right, so let's listen to this because this is a big thing.
Is his
It's
house
gotta be
paid off?
on,
I've had
on
to fight
Raw's
with my mother
head,
about ownership rights and shit like that.
because
Because I took this house over on
the
a verbal
chat would
agreement.
also be
both our names are
pixelated,
on the
not
deed
just
for
Phil.
like who legally owns. It's a 75-25. Me being the 25.
It's a 75-25.
yeah,
25.
it's
Me being
Raw.
the 25.
But my name is on the deed. Nobody can sell without my consent.
I was living off savings again at that point, and I
So this is another thing that people bring up with Wings all the time. Number one,
no. Oh my god, dude, YouTube is being stupid. But this isn't me. It's Raw.
why in the holy hell did he tell his audience about that? Why would you ever, in your right mind, have gone on your stream and tell them about your ownership of a house and what percent you own and what percent you don't own?
Maybe because he's lonely.
How does that make any sense? How is that anyone's business? And why would you share that with your streaming audience? It's like, dude, you are a gameplay streamer. If you were into real estate, maybe you share that with your audience. You're
Okay.
a gameplay streamer. So the moment that he told everyone about that, everyone documented it, wrote it down, stamped it, carved it into stone. Here it
What?
is. Here's the evidence of what he
Stamped
says.
it. They
He only
stamped
owns
it.
25% of the modular home that he currently lives in. 75% apparently is in his mother's name. 25% is in his name. But then people bring up all the time the fact that, you know, you live in a trailer park. He's like, no, I own a modular home. And everyone's like, you don't own it. You own 25% of it. And he
Okay.
brags about being a homeowner and his house is paid off and everything. It's like, you don't own a house. You own 25% of a house.
Okay,
He-
but this is kind of like, it's kind of mean if you think about it, because I mean, I don't know his relationship with his mom or anything like that, and I'm not gonna pretend I do, but I assume the mom did that because, get this, I think your parents usually love their children and they want to like help them out, because you want to help your family out, right? Like, unless you really don't give a fuck. I don't know. But she probably did that for her son. Now, I mean, I vaguely remember some other drama between Wings and his mom, but whatever. It may not be personal between them. I don't know. But it's like, that's probably why they set it up that way, because that way he's still paying for it, but his mom's helping him out. And people could say whatever about that, but I don't know. Like, I mean, if you would you like fucking like do that to your own child? Like, oh right, Timmy, I'm not gonna help you. Enjoy life. If you're homeless, too bad. Like, no, I don't think anyone's gonna do that. Like, unless you hate your kids. I don't know.
He's right. The statement he made: no one can sell the house without his consent because he has a 25% stake in it, but he doesn't own it. And this is brought up constantly.
But I mean, that's semantically,
he always keeps bragging about being a homeowner.
I mean, think about it. Again, it's still under his family's name. You like, he does own it technically, because guess what? It's between him and his mom. It's not like unless his mom is like, okay, Wings, I'm renting you out. Leave. Pack your things. Get out. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen, dude.
Says he owns other properties that he rents out and stuff like that, and everyone's like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
This is not a brag. You have no evidence of anything you're saying, and the evidence is the contrary.
Again, I love this, right? So he gets really butthurt about LTT lying about being affluent. He gets on his case saying, oh, he's a scammer. Look, he's trying to paint a false image. What an idiot. Wings, basically, from what he's describing, sounds like he's doing the same thing, right? And he's like, oh, I don't know what he's doing. Why is he lying? Okay.
It contradicts what you're saying, but then he just keeps regurgitating the same story that makes no sense. Okay. That's why that was brought up. That's why the Breaking Banquet video called that out in like that excerpt there. Okay.
I was just in a depression. That depression lasted a long time, from like 2014 till probably about 2018 after the weight loss surgery. So it was like 4 years of my life that was just a big, dark, black hole. And then I got the weight loss surgery, and I dropped 130 pounds in 2 months. I was feeling good.
So he says his heaviest was like 440 pounds. So if he dropped 130 pounds in 2 months, that's insane. He was down to 310, which is still big, but that must have been insane relief to lose like a third of your body weight, I
was happy. People were cheering me on. A lot of people came by and donated for me to get the weight loss surgery. And I was doing good. And then the trolling stuff kicked in hard.
The trolling stuff kicked in hard. Damn, it's just crazy how these people like this just allow this online weirdos to just control your everyday living. Sticks and stones, man.
I'll comment on that in a second.
Oh,
but James,
boy, I can't wait.
$2 super chat and says, don't forget you paid for the house twice. That I don't know about. I don't know
about it. But this is a very informative video.
I guess to be learned about later. I did not know anything about him paying for a house twice.
That's how deep he's gonna know about it. Apparently this happened.
All right. Well, thank you, James, for $2. I don't know about that.
Twice?
Feel free to elaborate if you want to. Okay. So what LTG is saying is, man, I just can't believe that trolls could have such an impact on your life. Keep in mind, this is a guy who literally rage quits games daily as he plays them because his trolls come into his lobbies and stream snipe him, so he can't complete the matches. He just drops right out of them.
Yeah, but that's not really a lifestyle. That's not a lifestyle. That's just, hey, man, I'm trying to play a game. Okay, this guy's rage quitting. Okay, I mean, like, stream sniped. Fuck this. Like, that's all it is. And this dude is sitting there like, oh man, LGG said this outlandish thing. I don't think it's that outlandish. Stream sniping and rage quitting is like baby mode trolling. Like, this is like what baby's first trolling. I don't know.
Out of them. Okay? This is a guy who constantly gets deplatformed. This is a guy, I mean, keep going on and on. This guy is constantly, his life is affected by his trolls. But then he acts like, oh, they're not affecting me at all.
You know what? It's kind of funny. Okay, this is the funny part, right? It really is like you see the full spectrum of lolcow. You see the lolcow that's like, woe is me, oh guys, I'm gonna be homeless tomorrow. Support me. Bleh. Or you get the not at all talking about it, but he's a lolcow for just his personality or whatever the fuck. Like that's really the spectrum we have here. Because I just think that LTG truly will die on the hill of like, I'm never gonna beg, but I am gonna be like bragging about the money and all this other shit. Like that's all it is. He's just gonna brag about shit and having this like vanity. That's it. That's his lolcow sins. Like as far as I know, dude. And meanwhile, DSP is like this.
At all. Why is Wing such a wimp to be affected by his trolls? What are you talking about?
Oh my god, he didn't even say that. Again, like, he's being so uncharitable and not even, like, understanding what LTG's even talking about. LTG's talking about, like, how he allowed his trolls to, like, affect his life to the point where, he allowed the trolling to affect him to the point where he's overeating and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, he's not ignoring their insults. Like, that's why I think it's, like, very funny that the way that LTG copes with trolling is literally just saying that people who are shitting on him are all obsessed with him, and they all just can't keep him out of their mind. They're sleeping in their bed tonight. Supposedly DSP has a wife, and yet he's still thinking about the BBC. He is still sitting there late at night, thirsting for LTG for that one stream and all this stuff, like, which is very funny. And then you have DSP, who's like, you're gay. Like that, like, come on. What do you think is, like, funnier to listen to? Like, at least LTG comes with interesting copes about people making fun of him.
About he doesn't. The funny part is, this guy stares at himself all day, every day, because he's so full of himself, but he acts like he doesn't own a mirror. Like he's never looked at his own self to say, that's me. I'm also affected by my trolls every day. I should have some empathy for Wings. Because
again, he's demanding LTG to have empathy while he has no empathy for LTG. Very ironic.
Also hit like that. Now, maybe he doesn't have deep depression because of it, but still he's affected by it, right? But he just doesn't have that level of self-awareness whatsoever.
How do you know that? Like, I mean, again, Robin Williams had depression. Nobody knew about it until he committed suicide. Nobody knew. As far as, like, I mean, I don't know about his family, but a lot of people who liked Robin Williams as a comedian, as an actor, did not know this. How do we know for a fact LTG doesn't have depression? Maybe he just knows not to show it on stream and not to bring it with him. Whatever. Okay.
Whatsoever. To analyze the situation and be like, damn, I see something of myself in Wings. He could never do that.
No, people try to come in my stream 24/7 with the dumb shit. I just installed FosaBot. We made it that much better. How many bans do we have tonight? Let's check. We banned 47 people that came out of 47 pussies for no reason. You said.
So his solution to the trolling is to install a bot that just
47 trolls that came out of 47
right?
pussies.
Like I have bots, but as you can see, especially if you're in the kick chat right now, the entirety of my kick chat's angry today that I'm doing different kinds of content and trying to branch out and maybe try something.
I love that, like, kick chat, he's highlighting kick chat is angry because I'm doing different content, but he gets mad at YouTube chat for not letting him play RPGs. Go back to watch the countdown videos when Metaphor came out. He was, like, so butthurt that he couldn't play Metaphor. But yeah, the kick chat's upset.
Something new, and they're all freaking out.
This isn't new. This isn't new. And what's funny is that he did drama content when he was with this audience in the past. The only reason why they're acting this way is because he makes such a point to say, I'm never doing drama content. It's terrible content. You guys don't want that. And then he does it. He's like, wow, wait, so what do you think is going to happen, dumb fuck?
Screaming, saying this is terrible. Of course, I don't listen to them because they don't ever have any impact on me because they're just a peanut gallery of my detractors. I'm not stupid. But I didn't ban them all.
Yeah, because
right? I'm letting it roll.
Because first off, it's easy pennies to get on the KCIP. Again, like he'll never leave Kick until they kick him out of that program. Once that program is gone, he will leave, but he won't because he could get free subs from Lance Cuckermoran, and other people that are just so cucked that they'll give him money through Kick and the KCIP. He doesn't give a fuck about anything else. He can make a quarter on that site, because if he really cared about the amount of money, he would have closed his Patreon for good. He hasn't. He still has that thing open. He has 19 members that are giving him money.
Let them sit there. Let them do their thumbs down emotes. Let them do, you know what I mean? At least my chat's moving, unlike his. Like, imagine that. Imagine if you were so strongly moderated that your chat never moved.
When he left Asmongold and all this stuff, he was getting butthurt that the Kick chat were trolling people. And it's so funny how sporadic and bizarre this shit with the Kick chat is. Like, first he's like, okay, that's it. I'm gonna get rid of the highlighted messages. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know you guys are the rambunctious chat. I like that you guys are crazy and stupid and trollish and shit, so I'm gonna let it fly. I'm sorry, my bad. I should have known better. Then he meets Asmongold. Guys, you're ruining the chat for everyone, and I'm gonna ban it. Like, it was a fucking segment. And now he's like, yeah, let it roll again. It's so funny how opportunistic it is. Like, man, did Nort Hogan have the clip or who? Man, I have so many YouTube channels. I don't even know. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check Nort Hogan. Let's check. Let's check it out. Let's see. Wage quitting. Crashes out, threatens to dogs. No, that's not it. That's like that was something else. I think that was like during Hightail. Oh my god, it's getting scary. I don't remember where it is. Gold's viewers, Trello support, Call of Duty stream. It wasn't that. Good day. Doesn't write off. DSB tries it. These reads that Kick chat. Still can't play RPGs. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know what clip it is. It's scary. I'm scared. He has a proposition. No thank. Oh, okay. So it's definitely before this, because he didn't talk about Street Fighter 6 at that time. Spends Thanksgiving ranting. Ghosted by Wings. Jealous of PewDiePie. Goes on detractor rant. Let's prove the internet wrong. DSP begs to not have to beg anymore. Oh my god, what the fuck? It's Karen mode. For Burger. Oh my god, dude, this is ridiculous. I don't know. I give up. But you know the clip. He was like, guys, I can't have you guys scaring people away or whatever the fuck.
And then you were bragging about it. You're like, I have a bot that literally just, you know, it literally just deleted everyone. How is that bragging? Like, what is that to be proud about?
Because he's saying, well, to a degree, he's like, well,
I don't get it.
Banning people that get in the way of the
find a balance. Like, obviously, you want your chat to entirely be trolls, but at the same time, you can't have it locked down. You have to kind of have like a middle ground that everyone can enjoy themselves, right?
But what's the grounds of its bans?
That would never happen. It's unimaginable. Cause me, I'm not a foodie where I just need food. Like, I have to remind myself to eat. I have to be like, oh damn, I only had 2 meals today. Damn, I need another one. Damn, I need protein. That's why you always see me pausing my stream. I'm going down.
Oh my god, dude! Cloud mode activated. Now, if DSP had empathy and all this stuff, he'd understand. He has gone on similar rants. My body craves protein.
A meal, I'm not eating because I love food. I'm eating to sustain. which is that's what eating should be. Is eating should be to sustain, not to gorge and overeat.
I'll agree with that. Eating is to sustain, not to gorge and overeat. That's correct. But everything you said up to that made absolutely no sense, okay?
How?
If you're someone who actually is working out, all right, and you're actually stressing your body to the point where your body is growing, bulking, changing, slimming down, here's what happens.
Here's what happens.
When you work out,
Dr.
your
Phil is
body's
here to
now
tell
going to
us.
crave more protein. And so what'll happen is your body will stop craving the bad stuff. Like it won't want
What?
fatty foods. It won't want candy. It won't want bacon.
So if I go to the gym long enough, I'll just have no urge to eat sweets. Oh man, I worked out. Oh fucking M&Ms. Get that shit out of here. I don't want M&Ms anymore. Sure, buddy.
Instead, your body wants meat. It's going to want chicken. It's going to want turkey. It's going to want flavorful meat. Maybe red meat, too. I don't eat a lot of red meat. That's another reason. I have a medical condition. But you start to really strongly crave protein.
You realize that meat's
Since
also
I started
not that
working
healthy
out
for
in the
you
middle of
too,
last year,
right?
roughly, okay,
Like,
my appetite
whatever.
has actually increased, but only for the right stuff, okay? If you actively are working out and you're challenging yourself in your body and you're bulking and you're growing, you're actually hungry a lot. So what he's saying, I just don't get it. I'm never hungry. I have to remind myself to go eat. What? Something's wrong with you. If you're actually in an active, healthy lifestyle, your body will get hungry during certain times of the day because, you know, it wants more protein.
It wants
because
more
it's
protein.
craving that, because it's growing, it's building. You know what I'm saying? And so literally what he's saying is insane. It doesn't make any sense. And I think what it is, he's trying to say is, I'm better than wings. I don't ever crave food. You see? That's a stupid thing to say. If you're healthy and you work out, you do crave food. But you crave the right foods and you crave the right portions of it at the right time.
Yeah,
That's
like,
all he had to say. It's like, well, I don't just crave bad food all the time. But instead, he has to go to the extreme and be like, well, I'm never hungry. Well, then you're dead. If you're never hungry, you're dead. You're a zombie, or you're a skeleton, or maybe a vampire. Then again, I guess vampire craves.
My dad used to say that the most important thing for anybody in life is water. Yes. He said you could go on a long period of time without eating food. What you can't go on without is water. And I do think that's true. Like, you can, like, because water is a very important part for the body. It's important, dude. Not to say that food isn't important, but, like, you know, you can kind of go off a little bit longer without eating than you can with water. Like, water is more important for you.
Craves blood. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Wait, what?
It makes you hungry. You're dead. You're a zombie, or you're a skeleton, or maybe a vampire. Then again, I guess a vampire craves blood. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
It makes no sense. Like, and again, this is the guy who earlier is giving medical advice, yet he doesn't even understand that a basic healthy human body should have hunger during the day because it's healthy and wants protein. He doesn't get that.
And then come on stream and cry about it.
Whatever. Okay.
After they pay for your lap band surgery.
And like, you know, like I said before, lost the Twitch account, which that fucked me up so badly, man. So
Man, how does somebody like Wings lose their Twitch account?
Because he got demonetized just like me. Again, it was the cancel culture of 2021.
Well, what got
they put
him
together
to
these
be
packages
canceled?
of stuff that we had done in the past. For me,
Well, what did
they
Wings
took
do in the
a clip
past?
of me like saying the N-word, but it was me playing a character, and that was from like 2010 or something like that. And then there was a clip of me playing Dead Space, and it was the infamous Nazi jokes that I made during like the 10 minutes that I played Dead Space and did that stupid segment. It was like stuff from like over a decade ago. And they compiled it into like a supercut of DSP's worst moment.
Supercut.
And they just sent it to all the people who I was platformed
People?
with. Twitch, the streaming services, Teespring, and more.
Right.
And so instead of being smart and being like, what is this? Why are we being harassed by a bunch of people sending us crap? They entertained it because that was the woke era. Remember, 2020 was COVID and the Black Lives Matter movement, and immediately the woke era started. So all the companies now...
Dude, people were saying the woke era started like decades ago. Nobody was saying it started in COVID and Black Lives Matter. But this dude literally doesn't like... I mean, man, enough. We don't need to talk about politics.
And so in 2021, they did it to me, then they did it to Wings. So we got demonetized everywhere. It was like, what the hell? The only place we
What
didn't
the
get
hell?
demonetized was YouTube. Everywhere else that like everyone said, oh no, you can't be partnered here. Why? You contacted me years ago. In the case of Teespring, they courted me. I wasn't
They
interested in
courted
doing
him,
merchandise.
guys.
They reached out to me and said, we want to make merch for you. They
Man.
designed my initial merch. They sold it for years. Then they kicked me out later and said, oh, well, here's stuff you did 10 years ago. Yeah, but I've been with you for 3 years. You knew about that 3 years ago. Why would you kick me out now? But that's what happened. So it wasn't that
Oh man,
Wings
whatever.
was doing anything actively wrong in the present day. But what ended up happening was,
But how does he know?
in the past,
Like DSP's talking about how in his perspective on why he got deplatformed or banned from Twitch. He wasn't deplatformed. He could still stream on Twitch. He just couldn't make money on the site. And they just said hateful slurs, which could mean anything. It could literally be an innocuous stream where he called people mentally ill or whatever. Or all these times he slipped up and accidentally said the R word. But this dude will literally sit there and be like, oh, well, guys, it's the woke era. But it's like, you don't know that. Secondly, he would have been banned earlier if that was the case just as much. If they were having supercuts of him, they would have been banned before. And he also bragged how, oh, they get so many reports every year and they don't care. And then he also told us that it was an escalation process, which he had. He got kicked, he got suspended for mentioning fundraising. He got suspended for making fun of a dude's blue hair. And then he got suspended for copyright, but that was all fraudulent. But these other times, it escalated to the point where it's like, okay, we just have to ban him. He can't make money on the site. And also, you could come on. And they left him a window to come back. That's the thing that's funny. He acts as if Twitch does not want him back. He still told him he could come back, and it could happen. It could be easier for him to come back into the partner program.
stuff that he had said back in the day, they took it and sent it to all his platforms as if he had done it now. And then they kicked him out just like they kicked me out.
But
So
how does he
basically the
know
same thing
that's what
to us
happened?
within like a month.
Whatever.
What did you say?
Was that his kitty? That was cute.
So badly.
How come we can hear his kitty, not yours?
Then they took away every other alternative, right? So I couldn't even do Twitch without a partnership and take stream
Don't
elements and
shut
stuff
your
because they
cat.
took that away too.
Let the cat speak. Let the cat speak.
Then they started throwing foul strikes on my YouTube channel.
The cat just wants to contribute, dude.
And then
Let
at
him
that
talk.
point I was like, oh. I was straight back into eating at that point.
He said the hard R.
And then and then I got married.
He told somebody, I blah blah blah, hope you're blah blah blah, while playing COVID.
You read that, right? I mean, yeah, if he did that, obviously that's awful, right?
Oh.
If he actually did that. Right?
Oh
But
my
at
god, dude. This dude, man. Okay, cool.
Same time, is that a reason to get him completely deplatformed everywhere and not ever to make a dollar for the rest of his life? Because he got angry on one stream and he said something awful?
Dude, you don't think people love their mom or they care about their family members? I mean, you don't know what's gonna get people upset. I mean, you could argue, well, it's just an average your mom joke or whatever the fuck. But it's again, this is why I would much rather know why from whatever than, oh, what does LTG, what did someone tell LTG about it? But whatever. I mean, I think it's probably the hard R thing, but whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I think pretty much every streamer has these moments of weakness where they say bad things,
Moment of
right?
weakness.
Pretty much. So
But
I
how
mean, I
often?
get it.
And
Okay,
how
you
malicious
personally
was
don't like the
it?
guy because he did one thing, but I don't know.
How malicious
Oh,
was
okay.
your mom dies from
That'll do
COVID?
it.
And marriage picked me up. And Kelly's been my rock for a while. And then we did Lolcat Live.
Oh,
The
man.
boxing match.
I don't know if he says in this piece. A lot of people are brought back the DSP accused Kelly of being whatever. That DSP accuses Kelly for being an enabler to Wings. I don't know if he said it again in this, or people were just pulling back from that clip that Ann Lee put up, which thank you for sharing that clip, Ann Lee. Let's find that clip. It's a good clip. It's an amazing clip. This is my favorite clip. I think about this clip
All right. Here's the thing. I'm only going to say this once because I already talked about it, but I'll say it again because not everyone's here all the time. There is some really bullshit misinformation.
Okay, let's...
I think the last gen, frankly, I think it's like comparing a cell.
All right.
Anyway,
Uh-oh.
why did nose vacuum get banned?
Oh, no.
Blocked it from my feet.
Where is it? I know it's during the gameplay or whatever the fuck. It's not this pre-stream shit.
For eating Wendy's on stream. General knowledge about the guy, about how he's had weight problems, really bad ones. He went and got surgery, but then after the surgery, apparently he still has weight problems, and he got married, but people say that basically his wife's kind of an enabler and stuff. Now the thing is, I don't know if any of this is true. I don't watch the guy's stuff. I don't know anything about him, but I'm just commenting off of commenting on what I'm being told. In which case, I'm like, dude, this is just sad. That's a sad story. The guy, that's real depressing to hear that that's happening to the guy. What the guy basically needs in his life is people who are going to support him in the right ways, not enablers who are going to get him fast food and stuff all the time if he's overweight. That's messed up, you know? Ultimately, here's the thing. Someone like that, ultimately, if that's the real case, there's no way you can make them help themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't. They have to want to do it for themselves. But it helps when you have people around you who are supportive in the right ways, okay? So all I know is from what people are telling me is that this guy basically has a really sad life because of all his weight issues and stuff. So I'm basically just commenting generally. I'm like, you know, that's depressing. And I'm the kind of person, for example, they have those TV shows that follow these people around in a reality TV setting, like My 600-Pound Life or whatever it's called. I could never watch those shows.
Yeah, dude, like it's like all he learned is that, oh man, fat people are sad, and it's like, you know, these are people too, and you can like feel however you want about them, but kind of like babying them is also not helpful.
Matches in 2013, and we did Locale Live, and now we're here.
I think it went a little bit
What's
more
the
than
next
that.
step?
The boxing match was in 2013, or does he mean
2023?
My life, who knows? But after Fat Camp, I was very embarrassed of myself and what I did at Fat Camp. And so it really fucked with my mental health. And I just started eating tremendously bad again. So I've put on like 50 pounds since like March of last year. So I went from like 400 to like 441 right now. So 41 pounds.
Wait, he said he went from what?
41. So I went from like 400 to like 441.
Damn, how you just put on, like, what is he gobbling up?
Well, that I can answer. Literally, he admitted on my interview, all he does is order out and eat bad food every single meal. He does not eat a single healthy meal.
He's eating fast food?
Every single meal is fast food, or it's from a restaurant that's unhealthy. Like he talks about, these pork chops and this side of like unsavory, the savory side that's awful for you, full of fat. And then the next meal is, we went to McDonald's. We went to, we went here, we went there. And then he's drinking the giant soda on stream. Never a small, never a medium, always the large, a giant soda.
Yeah,
like,
if you only
literally,
drink it off stream, he would lose so much more weight, right?
He does. That's his entire diet.
That's his diet.
Okay? Now, I'm gonna talk about a topic here. This is going to be a hot
topic time. Hot topic.
All right? But I got to get this off my chest. All right? And everyone can be all angry or whatever, but it's something that I've thought about for years here in this regards to this situation, okay? What I've been talking about is that Wings needs a support structure around him.
He said this already.
That is going to allow him to succeed if he chooses to lose weight. It sounds like he wants to lose weight. Does it not? Like every time he talks about it, he's sad, he wants to lose it, but he can never lose it. And I wonder, what is going on? Like, how is it that he always has bad food in his area, in his house, in his life? Why is it being delivered? Why is it in his house? Why does he have soda in his house? Why does he have the food there? I just don't get it. I'm lost, right? Because for me, the first step to getting healthy was to eliminate the bad things from my lifestyle. So, for example, I don't want to drink soda. I don't have it in the house. I don't buy it. I don't order it. It's just not here.
You
and if
said
the soda's
this
not
already.
here, now I got to drink
Move
what's here. Well, what's
on.
here?
Get
Seltzer,
to the
water, I'll drink
point.
that. Right? I just don't understand at all why all of this is in his house. Okay? Now,
Oh no. Is this
you
where
might
he
say,
says it? Uh-oh.
well,
I'm scared.
it's because, you know, he has money. He has the money and he just buys whatever he wants, right? He's able to just order out all the time and buy whatever he wants. Fair enough. Some people argue that this guy is enabled by his audience to live the lifestyle that he lives. That maybe...
Oh my god, he said this. He said this. He said this in his own fucking chat. He's like, hey man, you're enabling Wings to do bad stuff. It's really stupid. First off, like, it is insanely dumb. He always, like, he's saying, like, he is literally blaming everyone but Wings. But guys, DSP is being very mean to Wings and LTG in this video. Dude, he's giving Wings so many excuses. It's insane. He is doing more defense over it than Wings. I don't even think Wings would even say this. Like, and he just said, like, oh yeah, like, the trolls, like, really, but that is at least an understandable, like, driving force of depression, right? Like, I can at least understand, like, you know, you're being made fun of every day. You're gonna, like, you know, you may, like, eat because of that, whatever. Like, that at least makes sense. But he's not sitting there saying, yeah, my viewers, all my viewers. He is sitting there saying that viewers are enabling him. Like, dude, DSP, people who have problems will always say, I want to stop, I want to stop. That doesn't mean that they're gonna stop or they can. Like, this is really, really dented.
If people were like, well, we're not going to support you if you just keep eating this way, that then he wouldn't be able to do it. That's a hard thing to say, but
okay, this is really stupid as well, because, like, think about it, right? You think not giving Wings money is gonna solve the issue? No, it's gonna make it worse. Because he'll just get more depressed and he'll get more stressed out because he has no money. Like, even in this video, he was talking about how him losing Twitch and all this other shit caused him to eat more. You think taking away more money from him is gonna make him eat less? You think, oh, he's only eating this much because he has money. No. Like, this problem is way different than... I don't think not giving him money is gonna help him. This dude saying this is so stupid. And, like, at this point, LTG gave him better advice. Between LTG and DSP, I would say listen to LTG. This is the dumbest advice. This helps nobody. It's only gonna make him worse and make him more stressed and want to eat more.
hey, but at the same
my
time,
God.
think about it. Well,
Think
yeah,
about
like,
it.
he's spending all the money that he makes on his streams to order out this food.
How
If
much
you have-
money do you think it costs? How much money does he think it costs to eat fast food? Yeah, it's a lot of money because of inflation, but if he gets $200, how much of that is going to fast food? So if you take out all this money, let's say he makes only $50, guess what? That's still enough for fast food. Like, come on. All that's gonna happen is that he'll not be able to pay his bills correctly or help support his family. The only thing that he needs is to get, like, actual help. He needs to go to therapy or figure out what the actual issue is. But I don't know because I don't live with him. This is why, like, it's kind of, like, pointless to fucking watch a video about Wings and be like, I think Wings needs to do this. I don't know what the fuck he needs. Come on.
If he actually was ordering healthy food, if he was cooking, preparing meals that were good for him, not only would he save money because that's cheaper than fast.
No, it isn't. Dude, do you know how much it is to buy fucking food? Prices have just been going up.
Food these days,
okay,
but he'd
sure.
also be getting healthy. So why is it that when he streams games, people are throwing money?
Okay, isn't it funny? This dude mocks LTG for doing meal prep, whatever, supposedly. Oh, this guy, he can't even buy food on his own. He has to do this. What an idiot. But Wings eats fast food. Poor baby. He's eating fast food. Wah. Oh my god.
At him. and saying, here's $100, all right? I want you to hit your goal, pimp. And then he's like, oh, thanks. And then next thing he's doing is he's eating a fast food meal on the stream. But I want you to do well. I want you to have success. Here's money. And then he spends the money on the bad.
But again, are people who give Wings money care about that, or they just want to support him because they like the content and all this other stuff? Like, this is really stupid logic, because he tells us all the time that people who give DSP money do it because they love Phil and they love his content, and this that they are not paying for any arbitrary reason that you may think. But everyone that gives Wings money, they're giving for specific things. DSP, you gave him money too. You enabled this too, dumb fuck.
The bad thing, right?
Right?
I just, that gets me, right? And the other thing, again, like I said, maybe he would actually be able to be successful if he had a support system in place that would help him to be successful. But I don't think he has it. I don't think that he has family, friends, relatives, or anyone around him that can help him. What he has is an
Wow, just shitting on his family. Like, this dude is just going off of a script. And he doesn't know his personal life. Like, does anyone even know what goes on when he turns off the stream and he's with Kelly? Like, people, like, say all this kind of stuff, but they always go to, like, things that are caught on camera. Like, we don't know what goes off behind the scenes.
enablers. All right? Enablers. That's what I meant to say. I stuttered there. He has a group of moderators, family members. They all enable him to do whatever the hell he wants.
Him? How do they enable him? Whatever.
They kind of coddle him and they protect him.
This isn't coddling? This isn't coddling? The only tough thing he's saying is, honestly, yeah, people should stop giving him money. Everyone else around him is toxic. Like, this is kind of toxic in and of itself, because this is kind of what people do. Like, oh my god, this is really, like, deep, like, digging here, dude. But this is what abusers do, mental abusers do, like Phil, where you're with someone and someone's trying to help them, right? And they tell their partner, that person's not looking for your best interest. Listen to me. I know what's good for you. They don't. They don't know what's good for you. Unlike me, I know what's good for you. And then you just tell them bullshit that you want them to hear, or you tell them to do stuff that you want them to do, whatever. That's what DSP is doing to Wings. This is very, like, possessive and very, like, not cool, and kind of like he's talking as if like he's Wings' husband, and he's like, Wings, don't listen to them, don't listen to them, don't go to the gym, don't do what I want you to do. Listen to me and only me. Everyone else is bad. Don't listen to your mom. Don't listen to your wife. Listen to me. Like, Jesus, dude.
And they keep him in this bubble so he can live that lifestyle for as long as he humanly wants. But in truth, he shouldn't be able to. There should be people who are interjecting in his life and saying, this is an intervention, dude. Like, you're going to kill yourself. Why are you acting this way every single day, on stream, off stream? How can you do this to yourself? Don't you understand that you're married and you have a family and you have a responsibility to your wife and your animals and everyone?
Well, if they're enabling him, why should he care?
So why are you doing this to yourself? Why is no one doing this for this man? Why is there no one who cares enough about him to stop this behavior, or at least to try to interject into the behavior to stop?
How does he know? Does he have hardcore evidence that Kelly is not helping him and is enabling him? Like, he's insinuating that either Kelly or his family, whatever, is either enabling him or not doing anything to stop him. How do you know that?
Stop it. I'm very confused about this, because in truth, I know that I have that with my wife, Kat. All right, ever since I met her and we got married and everything, my life has just become better and better.
Why did she gain weight while you lost weight?
She is the person who convinced me to eat healthy, to eat less. Let's eat less red meat, less fatty foods. Let's go to chicken. Let's go to turkey. Let's eat the healthier alternative.
So the fast food he eats on stream, that's his guilty pleasure. That's his, like, don't tell my wife, guys. This is my secret cheat meal. Don't tell her. She's gonna kill me if she finds out.
She learned to cook them so that I can have a healthier lifestyle.
Why don't you learn to cook?
For as hard as I've worked to change and to dedicate myself to not...
He didn't work hard. He didn't learn to cook. She did. He learned nothing.
Drinking the sugary sodas, to not eating the fatty foods, to not have candy and treats in my diet. I owe just as much to her for being there behind the scenes, working her butt off to learn how
going
to
to
make
work.
things healthy in this house. Like most of the stuff that we eat
I
these
like
days. You
how
want to know what
she
we're going to
did the
have for
work.
dinner today?
Oh my god! Notice how he is saying she did the work. She figured out how to eat healthy. Did DSP do that? No. Again, DSP doesn't have to work hard. Everyone else can. That's fine. But Wings needs to work. Everyone needs to work, not him.
Here's what we're having for dinner today. White meat chicken, okay?
Whoa.
Marinated. We're going to have baby carrots. We're going to have some
not
diced
adult
golden
carrots?
potatoes. She's going to cook that in a Japanese curry sauce, and we're going to have it over white rice. So we're going to have healthy
Whoa.
starch. We're going to have vitamins.
Yeah, but that's
we're going to have
carbs.
a lot
You're
of
eating a
protein.
lot of carbs,
it's going to
buddy.
taste great.
And also,
No
doesn't chicken
cheese,
have other stuff that's fatty
no
too?
grease,
Whatever.
no
who
fat.
cares?
Healthy. That's our dinner
Healthy.
today. That's
Right.
why I've lost so much weight. If you used to see me years ago and I was like this and I was bloated and I was, that's how I was. That's the reason why I have improved. Yes, it is me making the right choices. Yes, I'm working out for sure. But that's the real reason. The support that I'm getting behind the scenes of someone who loves me and is saying, I want you to
Wow.
get better. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be here, to be part of this family for as
But
long as you humanly can be. So we can have
what if you, as an individual, was like, but then why are you eating fast food? That's unhealthy. You're
a
eating
great
it once
life
a week.
together. I don't think Wings has that. And I know what a lot of you are saying, because some people in the chat right now are saying, so what are you saying? He's married. I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is, where is his support structure?
Oh my god, what chicken shit behavior. I know that. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, oh, where's the support structure? So you're just insinuating that she's not a good wife. What a cool guy.
Allow this man to be successful, to lose the weight, because he had the surgery, he had the fight, he's had the financial support, he's got all the other pieces to be successful, okay?
But
and
it's clearly him.
I just don't understand what's going on. But the thing is, I'm
it's
not there.
him.
I don't have the answers.
The issue's right
And
there.
the thing is, this guy's got detractors who are on his ass all day about it.
He really acts as if you blame him, that's like a grave insult. Like, you don't have to be toxic in blaming people. Like, just because it's Wings' fault that he's not maintaining and he's not practicing self-discipline on eating healthy and all that stuff, that doesn't mean that it's awful to say that. Like, it is his fault. He was given so many opportunities. And I even think, to this point, even if Kelly, let's say she was helping him, he'd probably relapse anyway. Nothing helped him. Like, what are we supposed to do, Phil? What do you say we should do?
What is really the story that's going on?
How many
over there?
times are we gonna say
I'm just
support
so
system?
confused.
He needs a support system.
All right, and again, I'm just
asking questions.
Here's something else, okay? And
Okay.
I'm watching his stream. His stream. I was not watching a detractor video. I was watching his stream. His wife keeps bringing him food, fast food, all the time. Not infrequently, frequently.
Oh my
all
God.
the time. I just don't understand it.
He's kind of painting a picture that, like, Wings like, I don't want it, and Kelly comes in, you're eating this, bitch. Eat this fast food. Yeah, eat McDonald's. Eat it, you fat fuck. Probably what's going on. I'm just gonna speculate just as much as DSP. I think Wings, I don't know, either orders the food and Kelly picks it up, or whatever, brings it to him because he ordered it, or like he tells her, hey, can you do this? And she's like, okay, and then she does it without thinking, like, because he asked. Like, you know, some people just want to like do what they think is nice, and some people don't want to confront the other person. Like, it's not really fair to insinuate that there's some bad faith thing going on between him and Kelly, or assuming that Kelly's like, I'm gonna give you some fast food, you're gonna like it. Like, you don't even know that. You don't even know the tone of which this food is. It's just, yeah, she brings some food. That's all you have. with this logic, I could just say, yeah, I think Kat hates Phil. That's why she's like not. She doesn't want to show up. She's never like showing up on stream, and she's not cooking for him anymore. She clearly doesn't like him anymore. She hates him. She's cheating on him. She did it before.
Like, these are two people who both want to help each other, who both want themselves to be healthy, to lose weight, to have a good life together, a long, healthy life together. Why are you enabling each other's problem then? I'm at a loss. There was one stream, he says, look what my wife just brought me. And he lifts up a bag of mini donuts. Okay? I think they were the powdered mini donuts. And he goes, so my wife just brought these home, and she said, I better eat them because she's not supposed to have them. So I better eat them so she can't get to them. I'm not making that up.
Man, this dude is such a hermit. That's just an expression. Like that's how I feel when I go to the supermarket myself, guys. And I get these things called Malamars, which is like a graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate. They don't make them that much, so it's like a little treat I get for the fall or whatever that they sell them. And it's like, damn, these are really good. And like I just go through them, and sometimes I have to go past the cookie section because of that. This dude is like, oh my god, Kelly said this. Holy shit, she's forcing me to eat the donuts. I don't think she cares. Or anything. I think it's like, oh, I got these for us, like, whatever. Teehee, eat this, like whatever. It's just like a fucking thing couples do.
That happened on his stream, a gameplay stream. So, why do you think this guy has detractors? Right? Now, it's because they make money. 100%. It's because they make money doing the content they do on him.
Like what
But this
DC's
man
doing.
does not do himself any kind of a service when he's behaving like that, and then he's publicly sharing it with his audience. That, like, even if that's the case, and him and his wife are so addicted to food, they can't stop eating bad, don't show it to your audience. Right? So that's what kills me about this is
this doesn't solve anything. Like think about it. What because he's sitting there saying like they need to stop eating unhealthy. Okay. They need to stop eating unhealthy on stream so they can eat it off stream and then still gain the weight, and that problem is not really solved. It's just kind of like brushed under the rug. So he wants this problem to be solved, but also it doesn't need to be solved. Like, I think if you really care about wings, maybe stop doing mixed messaging.
1,000,000%, 1,000,000% am successful with this change that I have had in the last 5 years of my life because of my wife, because of her support, her love, her mental,
double your wife's salary
physical support, cooking, everything, like the lifestyle, the cooking, everything is all because of her. 100%. Yes, I worked hard, but it's only in tandem with her help that I've been able to lose all this weight and become healthy.
Oh my god!
Okay?
All this bragging about his dumb fuck wife.
But it's obvious he's not getting it. All right, from the right people.
He's not getting it.
Again, why? If it's not going to be his wife, he's got to find someone else. It's got to be some kind of a life coach, a doctor, a parent, or relative. Someone has to be there to be his support structure, or he will never ever get better. What he's doing right now is not
and how
working,
often do people
will
do
never
this?
Work unless something changes.
It's such a readily available solution. Just hire someone to be your life coach. Yeah, because I'm sure that's what everyone goes to when they do that. Right.
Changes.
And I think he also mocked
and
like
LTG
celebrities
doesn't
for
get
having
that.
this, but whatever.
He stands here just flabbergasted, right? It's like, no, I can tell you, looking at this man, he wants to change. He wants to lose the weight. He wants to be healthy for himself, for his family. He wants to. He can't. He's tried. He cannot stop himself. And the people in his life that should be stopping him are not. They're enabling him.
Right.
It's his wife and it's his moderators and supporters. I've seen on his stream, he's sitting there crying about how fat he is.
Again, he is literally blaming everyone except for Wings. Like, if Wings just never said, I want to lose weight or whatever, I don't think anyone would care. Most people just get, oh, hi, fat fuck. And he'd be like, okay, yeah, whatever. But since he dared to say, I want to lose weight, we have people like DSP who will just virtue signal and, like, blame people that he doesn't even know the story. He doesn't even know what's going on in his life.
And then one of his moderators drops him $100.
Because then the other thing is, you think DSP would also know, if he was taking SSRIs, which he said he takes, dude, he would know that also, you gain weight with that. So, like, maybe that's why he's also gaining weight. Whatever.
How did that help him? Did that solve the problem? Did that teach him, new life situation? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? So you just enabled him to now do the bad behavior more. How does that help? You reward the good behavior.
God. He's acting
if
as
you
if everyone is a pro at this.
and they're putting out content you enjoy, support it. If they're improving their setup with the support that you give them, support them further. If you think that the things they say and do on a stream are adding to your enjoyment of life,
okay,
behavior. If you see someone who's going down the wrong path, they're doing the wrong things with their life, you don't agree with them, why would you be then throwing them support? Why then would you bring them the thing that's killing them?
Oh my
God,
get it. Dude. Like,
and maybe that's me. I just don't understand it. I don't.
Whatever.
Because sometimes it's called tough love. It's called I'm loving you by doing.
Oh my god, dude, this is like annoying. This is like rough. LTG had the right idea of bailing when he did. Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? You need tough love. These are like talking points he read on some wiki, and it was like, this is good stuff. I'm gonna use it. Like, dude, you think not giving Wings money is gonna make him eat healthy? No, it's gonna make him more depressed. That's gonna cause him to eat more. That's not the solution.
Doing the thing that hurts you now, but it's going to help you in the long run. And I don't think Wings gets tough love. I think he just gets the wrong
DSP
people whispering in his ear the wrong things.
I think people should literally, like, not give him any money. And they should keep bullying him. Like, this is so ridiculous.
And he has this circle of people who he feels protected. It's not even just his moderators and his wife. It's the people he plays games with, too. The people he plays games with sit there, and they're whispering in his ear, did you hear DSP talk shit about you today? Man, that DSP guy's a dick. Man, that DSP...
First off, that doesn't really, like, he says, oh, they're coddling him and all this stuff, and I love his example of that is literally, see, they're telling him that I'm a shitty guy. DSP, people can think you're shitty by just watching this video. You call people shit, you act shitty on your own. And he's like, oh, these people are telling that I'm a shitty person. You are. And then on top of that, he's saying, like, it's ridiculous. This is, like, insane. He's doubling down on this. And he's saying that, like, all these people in Wings' life are enabling him and coddling him. And the example is that they're telling him that he's a shitty person. So if all these people are like, Wings, Phil is an amazing guy. He's so cool. Would he be around cool people that are not enablers? Like, this is really stupid. And it has no correlation with him being a fat fuck. Him being told he's a shitty person does not mean that that's why he's eating fast food. And if he's depressed, that's another issue. That's just compounding everything else. It doesn't matter. Come on.
DSP guy is an asshole. And Wings is like, what are you talking about? Why are you saying that about DSP? Like, I don't dislike...
These people are saying that they don't like you. And he's like, well, you see, I don't think Phil's that bad of a guy. And they're not even saying, like, oh my god, Wings, you're a fucking idiot. Listen to me, bitch. They're like, okay, man, like, whatever. They're having a conversation. If anything, DSP would not be able to handle that conversation. Because throughout this, he's, like, trying to control him. He's selling Wings. Like, think about it. He's shitting on all of Wings' viewers, multiplayer people, whatever, saying that he's isolating him by telling him that DSP's a shitty person. Meanwhile, DSP is selling Wings. People around you are all enablers. Don't listen to Kelly. Your mom, an enabler. Your mod, enabler. Your viewers, enablers. They're all not helping you. Listen to me. Only me. He's doing the same toxic positivity he's claiming they are doing. And I'd even argue it's worse. It's worse. Because all they're telling him is they think DSP's a beggar. That is it. They're not saying, Wings, don't do content with DSP. He's a bad guy. Like, they're not even doing that to him. He's acting as if Wings is the Christian of the group. That these people are like telling him to shove a Sonic Shoe medallion up his ass. And they're not. DSP would be that guy. Okay, Wings, I want you to drink water. Okay, Wings, today you're gonna eat chicken noodle soup. Like, that's DSP. He is being so controlling of Wings more than anyone in his life, and it's obnoxious.
Like the guy. I actually kind of like the guy. I don't you think I'm a dick too, just like him? Yeah, but he's worse. It's like the bug in his ear. It's like the freaking worm tongue in Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God.
Trying to make this guy think toxic things about people around him.
They're not.
How does that help him?
Dude,
exactly.
They're just saying, I think DSP's an idiot. He's like, I don't know, man. I think he's pretty cool. And he's like, I don't know, man. He's a bad girl. Okay, man, whatever. Like, he really is ignoring the agency and autonomy that Wings fucking has. He really is talking as if Wings is a drone. He's a fucking, because DSP doesn't respect Wings' intelligence. And I just think it's really funny that Wings literally will defend DSP as much as DSP thinks so little of him.
And I've seen this behavior long term, like, hurt this man.
How?
And
how? Oh, sorry.
Only people that call it out are his detractors. Seriously.
Oh
like, his
my
detractors
God.
highlight
But
those
the
moments,
detractors for
and you watch
DSP
the
don't call
detractor
him
videos,
out
they're
on
like, here's
anything.
when his moderator tossed him $500 out of nowhere, right? Here's literally when he's in the party, and everyone in his party just talks shit about DSP for literally no reason.
Okay, first off, I love that he's mocking mods for supporting Wings. I thought that they should support people who they like, right? And then he's like, he's really like dedicated about. He's so butthurt that they're telling Wings that DSP's a shitty person. This is so weird. Like, I'm just thinking about it now. It's like, he is so, like, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what set him off to be Wings' savior. He wants to pignatize Wings so hardcore.
Out of nowhere. Here's when his wife brought him the
It
bag
really
of donuts.
is like he couldn't get Asmongold to be pignatized successfully, but he sees Wings as a very, what's it called? Like, he can mold his brain. Like, he's ripe to be pignatized, and he's, like, trying really hard to turn Wings into his butt buddy or some shit.
Donuts. And it's like, holy shit. Right? Like so it's like, the way I see it, there's two things that have to happen with Wings if he's ever going to improve his life
This is the kind
situation.
of shit people like accuse
Number
some
one,
of the
he has
people
to
who
stop
try to
sharing
like,
all
help
of that
Christian crap.
out. He has to stop showing
But
him eating
at
and
least
drinking.
in Christian's defense, Christian's like an actual autistic, like, loser who needs a lot of help in life. Like, at least, like, you look at Christian, you understand everything. You just get it. Wings, look at him. He's a grown adult, and DSP's talking to him as if he's like a special needs guy. Like, he needs super help.
He has to stop sharing about his family members and things. All that has to end.
You know what I'm saying?
When he comes on stream, he's there to play games and hang out with his audience, and that's it. There has to be a work-life separation.
Should try to
it can't
help
be, I
Christian.
tell you everything about my life.
Maybe that's a little like help Christian a lot.
And number two, he has to find 100%. He has to find people who will support him and give him the tough love he needs so that he can actually change his lifestyle. Because if he doesn't, he will never stop eating.
He's talking to about Wings.
And in another
like
year or
he's
two, this
like
man
run
will
a
be bigger,
lifetime
and then he's going to be in the hospital.
show.
And the next thing you know, that's the end.
God.
Like, I don't want that to be the end of Wings of Redemption. I want this man to have a turnaround in his life. I think he deserves it. I don't think he's the horrible person.
Why does he deserve it? Why does he deserve it?
I just don't see it. I don't see this man being evil,
I want DSP to tell me what about Wings tells me that he deserves a redemption.
Vindictive person. What I see is a man who's got addictions that he needs to shake, and he's tried again and again and again, and he's failed. Now he needs something or someone to interject to save him. And it's not going to be a moderator dropping in hundreds of dollars to enable him, and it's not going to be his friend group telling him dirty things on his streams to make him think evil thoughts, and it's certainly not his wife who's bringing him the bad
Evil
food.
thoughts.
It's got to be
Again,
someone.
he keeps saying evil thoughts, and all it is DSP's a doo-doo head. That's an evil thought. What? He's like, come on, man. Like, listen to yourself.
Who steps into his life.
Evil thoughts.
It's certainly
such
not
as
LTG trying to
DSP's
give
a
this guy
beggar.
advice in this crappy react where he's basically saying the most nonsensical stuff because he has no concept.
I don't know, man.
of
LTG seems way
any
smarter than
kind
you.
of empathy whatsoever. He could never understand something that Wings goes through because he's not depressed and he's not fat. So he couldn't possibly say something
Like,
that's
honestly, like you look at LTG and he's literally just talking to Wings as if he's a person, you know? And DSP's talking to Wings as if he's a helpless drone that has no agency, no autonomy, no sense of self at all, and everything is not his fault. Like, it's really like this is the kind of like not good advice to take from someone who views someone like this.
it's like meaningful to Wings, like I'm trying to do here.
Because this kind of that DSP is trying to do would just lead to a bigger crash out or a bigger relapse down the road. Because you'll have something that will force Wings to eat right, eat healthy, whatever. But then the second they leave and something bad happens, he's not going to be able to cope with that, and he may relapse. Like, it's not that easy.
Or helpful. Instead, he's going to say dumb shit. Unreal.
Unreal. Are we done?
Okay. Well, a bunch of people did some super chats. There was a £5 super chat from
Okay, we're just gonna jump
everyone
ahead.
in chat. In the kick chat is a troll today.
Wait, what?
Huh? It's funny because here's the thing. Everyone in chat, in the kick chat, is a troll today. And YouTube chat's kind of split. There are a lot of trolls in the YouTube chat, but there's some level-minded people too.
Oh my god.
But the question is, am I speaking truth?
Am I speaking truth?
And if I am, why is everyone so afraid? What are we all afraid of? We're all staring at the same situation
oh my
going
god,
down.
dude.
So why are we all just afraid to say this stuff? Right? I don't think Wings is a villain.
He's literally acting as if he's saying some controversial thing. Guys, Wings is fat. He needs to eat healthy. Whoa, man, crazy. Like, what are we doing here?
Villain, but he's a guy who needs help, or else he's gonna eat himself to death on stream right in front of all of us, and we're all gonna have to suffer.
Does he think that's gonna happen? He's gonna be on stream, he's gonna eat and die? Is that why you should eat on stream? Dude, he just sees a fat ass and is like, oh my god, he's gonna die any moment. Okay.
Suffer with the fact that we knew it was happening and no one did anything about it. Now, not that we can force ourselves to do anything about it.
All he cares is literally like just this idea that he could do something to stop Wings from dying from being fat. I mean, you realize that you could also get a heart attack and not be fat, right? Like a heart attack is not an obese only thing.
About it, I'm not gonna break into the guy's house and stop it from eating, but someone's got to do something. You know,
Well, what are you
like,
saying?
What the hell? Like, I get it that there's people who sit around and they're like, well, I just want to watch the world burn. I just want to watch the train crash. Yeah, but it's pretty fucked up to see a guy's life, you know, like this in this situation.
All this
and
is just using Wings as a prop. He's just a prop for him. Like, it's hard to take this seriously when he's saying this and he's like, he should eat off stream. So it's not a real solution then. You don't care. You just want to sound like you care. And then when he dies, which, I mean, surprise, surprise, everybody dies. He's gonna sit there like, I tried to warn him. I tried to help Wings. He's gonna make his fucking death about him.
And just to be like, well, we're making videos on it, so we're making money on it, so it's all good. Well, what if he dies? Then
What
is
if
it all
anybody
good?
dies? What if I die?
I don't think so. If
This
anything,
dude, it's
listen,
it's so gross. He's sitting there like, well, what if he dies? You're making content on the guy. DSP, he's a fucking grown-ass adult. Anybody could die any day. Oh my god.
my detractors have tried to hurt me a lot. They have, okay? But I've improved myself over these years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like
my
I have.
God,
I've
dude,
improved
that
my life
fucking sound
situation. I've
effect.
improved my health. I'm getting better. And my detractors razz me for other shit. But this guy, the more that it gets worse, the harassment gets worse, his health gets worse. So I'm genuinely worried about this guy at this point. I really am.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
genuinely
buddy.
worried that we're gonna see this never end because he
If
just
you're
doesn't have
genuinely worried,
anyone
why
to,
don't you
to
fight?
improve that
I
situation.
love. He's like, I'm genuinely worried. Fly to Wings' house and help him. Why are you helping him, Phil? Why don't you fly there and help him? Why don't you be the life coach? Oh no, you have to make money, right? Yeah, of course.
Help him with it. Anyway.
Anyway,
And then there was, let's see here.
He doesn't have to move there. He should pay somebody, a life coach, to help Wings. That's what he should do. Do that, Phil.
$5 super chat from John Lowe, and he's basically saying Wings treat you like trash. How many times did he ignore you, insult you, or cancel plans? I don't know about him insulting me. He's canceled plans with me once.
Oh my God, he said he did. He was like, I don't know why we just say that I divorced my wife. But then again, he did blame his audience.
He's ignored me a ton. 100% he's ignored me a million times. But I don't necessarily see that as an insult. I see that as a symptom of the situation that he's in.
Of course.
That's just how he is. That's the life that he's become. Is
he just
the life
doesn't
of
read DMs.
the guy who just sits there and has this routine that he's comfy with, and he just does it all day, every day, and that's getting up.
Guys, if you don't remember someone on my DM, I think you have problems.
The content of Battlefield or
I
whatever it
think
is he's
that's
going
a
to stream
fair
today.
statement.
Try to receive donations, complain if he doesn't, turn the stream off, turn it back on, eat again. It's just this pattern. So anything outside of that pattern he's not comfortable with.
Sorry, it was another important call. It's bullshit. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit. This video is getting too long. I lost track of time. But let's hear a little bit more. Oh my God, it's doing this shit. Okay. Is it now gonna I have to close OBS. That's the. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. I think the battery to these headphones are almost dead anyway. So I'll have to charge those. Yippee.
Actually went ahead and messaged me and said that they wanted to he has of his life. And
okay. I think I'm just gonna save this for the next video. I thought I would be able to finish this whole thing, this part, unfortunately. I am going to do a vibe check. Let's go do a live to DSP Raw. What? $66.
Did I like Ted the movie? I liked the first Ted movie. I saw the sequel and it was terrible. The first one was good.
I didn't see the sequel. I liked the show. The show was pretty good. Let's see. $66. Oh no. I want to see what this morning show, if it had a different format. You know what I'm saying? What is this morning show, right? Which is probably just, as everyone knows, is just gonna be the normal, usual podcast with a different name. Oh, you can't complain that this should be nothing. It's a show now.
Darkside Phil here on DSP Gaming. How's everyone here today? Welcome everyone to all the early comers, because that's what we have.
Early comers.
This morning show is essentially just a hangout session that we were already doing every day when I wasn't doing a podcast. Okay, let me give you guys a little bit of background. First of all, today is that is starting in the morning and goes all the way through the afternoon until around 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then I do another stream at night. And usually what I would do is either do a podcast in the
when will he do when will he call the night stream shit the DSP night show? Oh my God. And it could be like a talk show. It could rival cable TV, cable network talk shows. You thought, okay, late night with Colbert, that's canceled. That's gone. Come June, gone. Stephen Colbert, homeless now. The Today Show, nobody talks about the Today Show. Last week tonight, that's only 1 week. It's lame, boring, nobody cares. But the DSP Night Show, everyone will tune in. Trump would tune in. Biden would tune in. Hillary will tune in. Kamala will tune in. Everybody will tune in for that. He should do it. Fuck it.
Morning, called the Level 1 Podcast, which is doing particularly in my rotation, and if we're going to keep playing it or not podcast, I've been starting my stream earlier and basically hanging out with all of you. Just chilling and having a good time, talking about, for example, today, there will be a major gameplay segment of Pokemon Legends ZA, in fact, completed today. So, from my viewers saying, Phil, why aren't you recording the show and releasing it? Because sometimes you do Q&A.
The whole point of the No Podcast was just to get straight to gameplay. That's how he hyped it.
Sometimes this is interesting.
And what's funny is that when he doesn't record it, you get more honest reactions sometimes. But now he's going to record, you're going to get the same schlock you get from recorded nonsense.
Or recording it, if we're not there live, we miss it. We have no idea what actually took place in the morning.
Maybe that could be a thing to, attract people to go to your streams. Oh, well, if you don't catch it, you miss it, man.
Because you didn't do anything with that content.
Whoa.
So taking
take that bag.
Let's do it. And so today,
let's do it.
Episode 1 of the DSP Morning Show, again for January 19th. Interesting that I'll likely be checking out. Got Ursintra Conchugaidi. How y'all do?
Wow. There really was no point to
all the early comers.
The early comers. Oh my god, that sounds so fucking weird. God, welcome early comers. You come early. That's what Kat says. Wow, Phil, you're an early comer.
On the late stream, it's going to be me attempting to take Lily to master rank. She's currently at 1-star diamond because I had really bad placement matches last year. And during that time, I will buy the season 3 of Street Fighter 6, which will unlock a bunch of characters and stuff, which will be cool. And I think stages too. I think might have the stages. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
Nothing.
Fuck this. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Sorry.
I want you to speak the truth.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. But say something else.
No, he orchestrated it.
Oh my god, dude.
I did not make a mistake.
Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And maybe the next part? Maybe. Or maybe something else. I don't know. But we will see you in the next one. Bye.